heart's midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, and tracking the charts. Midnight glory. Time to re-end all it's blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, relentless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Good morning, friends. How are y'all doing today? Welcome to the stream. What a lovely day. Winning streak July. Winning streak July. Well, I guess winning streak delight as well. Winning streak July. It's been actually, this is day number 13 of winning streak. So I didn't know until I was talking about it yesterday when I was looking to see how long it's been since I had a losing day. It's not always common you're going to have a winning streak. Obviously, it's a rare oddity, but it's been somewhat of a straightforward market. I love when things are straightforward and things just kind of just happen. And I had a couple of bad days in there that I managed to crawl back by the end of the day. There was a day where I was down 10K in one account and I closed $74 up. So, been fun. Good morning, Simon Dean, Moneymaker, AB, Julian, Playmaker, Jonathan Wilson, C. Kennedy, Nathan Vanderrist, Zen Thoughts, Mario, Steve, Gasper, Brian, here to hustle, time to make some money. That's right. The jury, good morning. Sean, it's like another flat open moose. Yeah, kind of does. Morris, TD Trade, Mark, Aid, Jaded, Ian, good morning. Good morning. Time Machine, GFC. I love you guys are here bright and early. The crew, every day y'all come. It's so much fun trading alongside you guys. I'll make my job fun. Mike, Adam, 13 Rocksrod, TD Trade. It's a good day to have a great day. I hope so. Good morning, Michaela. John, good morning. Michael, link for Matt the Goat. Thank you. Tony, Yuli, Gold Digger, Mindogus. Reading everybody's morning comments. Ibrahim, Foxtoon, hey Matt, what's up, man? Cabbagey, Fox, Goober, iDoc, doing well. You're sleepy. Thanks for asking. I didn't want to wake you up this morning. You look so peaceful. I was gonna drape the warm blanket over you, but like you were like buried. You were like laying there with the covers over your face with like this much eyes, and you had pillows around you. You're like, I was like tiptoeing out of the room. I'm like, I'm not gonna wake her up. Gold, 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 gold. Somebody says. Good morning, Kelly. So I had to make an executive decision not to wake you up. Good morning. What's up, Smart Tech? Yo. Jose, Gabriel. Morning. Sariel. Zen Thought size hold overnight. It's a recent high. It's a good one. Yeah, there was MHP trade overnight. I don't know if you guys grabbed it or not. That was pretty straightforward. We literally had this class in the boot camp, so that's kind of nice to see that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. She said, Reza. Appreciate me being here every day, brother. What's up, Ian? Thank you, dude. Alta, Juan, Adrian, roll call, everyone. Timbo, Giuseppe. Awesome levels of calculations, Matt. Thank you. Yeah, MHP is pretty solid, right? He missed MHP. Yeah, it happens. All right. Ba, 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 ba. We had a little fun last night chilling with iDoc. She started streaming on Kick just for fun, just to see what it was like. She's always been streaming on Twitch. She was pretty big on Twitch for a while. And then we all hopped in for a little bit to say hey to her on Kick. Her camera is nice, right? Have y'all seen her setup? Gonna brag on her for a little bit. She's been building out her little space for like a hot minute here. Let's see if the VOD is still there. Yeah, here it is. Hold up. Oops. I'll show you guys. You guys are like commenting or like, you know, like I love her camera. I love her. I'd take a little credit for it. I went and got her some pretty solid, pretty upgraded gear on what she used to have. She used to just use like a decent mic, but no effects or anything, and then kind of like a webcam. Now I got her a Sony. All my photography nerds in here would geek out. I can pull it up real quick. Hold on. Check this out. So I can show y'all like a bigger. She's been working on her room, put the shelves up here, black walls, some cool ambient lighting. And look at that camera quality. Can't cheat on Twitch anymore? Yeah. Look at this. We got her lighting perfect. Not gonna lie. I might have had something to do with all of that. It's pretty good. She did a good job. Who's that? That's iDoc Talk Your Mod. So she's been streaming on Twitch if you guys want to give her a follow. But look, the lighting's pretty good. The one thing I'm going to work on is the reflective key light up here in the corner. That's one note. I'm like, maybe I should figure out how to do that. She got this reflective painting here, so I need to figure out a way to put this light to where it's out of frame. Other than that, visually stunning, right? Really nice. Like the colors of the wall. I was commenting on her stream yesterday. The colors of the wall, she get great separation with the background. Slight bokeh shot. The flowers back there. Super like good setup for a stream, right? Just chats and talks shit to people. It's really funny. Have a good time. Anyways, you guys like the new streaming room? She's been building that for a while, but we just upgraded her equipment, so she has like a really solid camera now. So that is your mod iDoc Talk, the one that bans everybody all the time. So let's get everything front and center. It accidentally bans people all the time. By falling asleep with their finger on the button. Marking yesterday's close. Marking today's open. Man, flat open's gonna be fun. Flat open's always fun. Hanging above MHP, that's good. MHP, obviously good support on NASDAQ. So hedge pressure here, MHP here. We got resilience. Let's take a guess at resilience is going to be flat day. What I need to do is make, instead of just changing them, I should just make like a, and I can't wait because we're about to have all this automated, which is kind of nice. I'm going to put an extra one off to the side. Wait, where I just cloned it? Hold on, clone. Just move it off to the side. Yes, great combo of light and background design. Yeah, I know, right? She did a pretty good job for her stream room. Really nice. iDoc visually stunning. That is, yeah. So iDoc talks, said somebody said, who is that? So if you look up in the chat, that's the blue name, the moderator. She is an eye doctor, but she streams on Twitch. Used to be about like, you know, just eye doctor stuff and then just chatting with people about whatever. And then it turned into like a Dejan hour. Last night she was talking about showing a left boob. I heard that in the other room. I was like, only one? Add kick to my stream. I thought about it, but for algorithmic purposes, when you're growing a brand, multi-streaming can hurt you. The algorithm typically rewards consistency. And if you give your members an option, you're hurting both algorithms. They might go one place to the other. You want to cram people in as quickly as you can into one place. It's typically the rule of streaming. Yeah, she streams about basically whatever. Mostly it's talking shit, showing off what we do in her life. She was making bread the other day, showing off pickles, showing off the house. Just chit-chatting about whatever comes up. They're really entertaining over there. Their whole community is funny. They're like you guys. They're a bunch of shitheads. Most of you guys probably watch both of us. Know Kevin's in both groups, and it's hilarious. It feels like a bunch of traders over there. As much crap as they talk, it's really funny. Yeah. Am I bullish today? Probably still bullish, yeah. At least bullish from this monthly hedge pressure. 23,000 is a good support level. Yeah, they have good colors in the lighting, right? The black wall was a good choice. At first, her mom was like, I don't like that wall, but she's like, no, I have a vision, trust me. And then it makes the colors of the flowers and the painting and all that pop out really good. And with some soft lighting in the background, you don't need much. It keeps it dark, but still illuminates everything. It's like a photography trick. And so she could still separate herself from the foreground because there's like adequate lighting on her, but because the walls are black, there's not a lot of light scatter. So it doesn't reflect. Like in a room with big fat lighting on your face with walls that aren't dark, the lighting will just illuminate everything and you'll kind of be washed out. So we picked that kind of like matte, like light eggshell, almost matte black to really get that good separation. It's like my walls are not black. I mean, not white either for that reason. My walls are kind of like an eggshell green color, and that's to get good separation in the foreground so I can have the gold, the purpley orangey light in the background and still get some separation. Then I wash myself out purposefully to give me a little softness to match the colors of the platform. So lighting's everything, man, when it comes to a stream. iDoc his better half. Yeah, maybe even 80-20. Yeah. She's probably my better 3/4. All right. My bullish. Yeah, Pickle and have his own stream. He should, right? But I make bread too. I do, but like not the kind of bread she makes. She makes like loaves of bread. I make mostly pretzels. I make kolaches. I make a lot of stuff like that. I'm pretty good at it too. Soft pretzels have been something the first thing I ever learned how to make. I was inspired by that. What's that? Auntie, what the heck is that? The pretzel place in the mall. Auntie M or something. I forget what the hell it's called. You guys know what I'm talking about? The pretzel place in the mall. That's like the pretzel dogs and stuff. Aunt Annie's or whatever they call it. I forget what the name is. But like you get the pretzel dog and then it's wrapped. And the dog is wrapped in the pretzel with the cheese sauce. Like that's what I learned how to make that a long time ago. I got inspired. I was like craving it one day, and so I started learning how to make pretzels. And that started my whole journey into like making bread. And I was like, then I moved really far away from my favorite kolache store. So Texas is a kolache breakfast place. It's not the kolache that if you Google the word kolache, it's usually the wrong thing according to a Texan. But if you ever come to Texas, every donut store will have a kolache. And you guys not realize kolache is like the Czech dessert pastry thing. It's like a fruit-filled pastry, whatever. But in Texas, what we call kolache is this thing right here. It's like a smoked sausage and cheese inside of a dough ball, like a roll, sort of like this. And that's what Texas has learned to call kolaches. It's like these things. By far, like the staple breakfast. Get them with jalapenos in them. So I moved really far away from my favorite kolache place. And I was like, oh, well, let me see if I can learn how to make some kolaches. That'd be fun. So I tried that. And I learned how to do that. And now I have a really killer kolache recipe. And you call them kolaches in Texas. Yeah, I think they're called klobsneks. And I'm pronouncing that right in the Polish version of what that snack actually is. Well, no, well, pig in a blanket is different because pig in a blanket is distinctly just like a hot dog inside of a roll or something. But kolache is distinctly a smoked piece of sausage with like cheddar cheese. What's up? And then it's in like a dinner roll that's kind of sweet. Oh, thank you.
You never bring your teacups.
I was. Here you go. Thank you. You're the best. What's up, boy? Pickles first, so soft.
Want tea again?
Yes, please. Just heat up that same tea. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Ooh. Look, he's gonna be wild. Pickle. Pickle, why are you biting me? Why are you biting me? Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. I think he's only like this because you're here. Like, he goes crazy when you're here. Watch. Once he sees that you're gone. We've determined that we think he doesn't like me or he doesn't like you guys. But I think he goes crazy because she's there. Watch, he's gonna run straight to the door. Yep. That's it. That's it. It's separation anxiety. I knew it. I knew it. I thought he just hated you guys. Like I do. You know what I mean? He's like, these guys are annoying. He just hates me. It's not Polish. No, but that's not Polish, but the inspiration is Polish. Because in Texas was settled by German immigrants in the early 1900s, like World War I era and late 1800s as well. And there's a lot of really old German towns in central Texas, and they brought their sausage making skills and street foods from the region. And it actually was what inspired, that little snack was part of what inspired like the sausage and biscuit and stuff was inspired the American barbecue movement from Texas. Yeah, so well, right. So no, the klobsnek is the Polish thing, the sausage. The pastry is probably, you said Czech, yeah, something like that. We don't eat the pastry here, but we stole the name kolache from the Czech. I think that's the history of that. But anyways, that's what I learned how to make a long time ago. What we call Texas kolaches. So you ever go to Texas and you go to any donut store, any road stop, anywhere, they'll usually be like selling these things called kolaches, and all Europeans will be like, that's not a kolache, and Texas will be like, yeah, we know, but that's what we call it. So the official name was klobsnek. I used to know the trivia for this, but yeah, they're very, very good. Any Texas donut place will have them alongside the donuts. Oh, I never pronounced this word right. Savory Czech American pastry popular in Texas, made with yeast dough filled with sausage, cheese, and jalapenos. And oh, is it Czech? Okay. Yeah. So the sausage thing, there was like a bunch of sausage smokehouses. And if you go into Austin, which we went there for 4th of July, if you go to the Austin area, there's a bunch of towns like Taylor, Lockhart, all in kind of like Central Texas area. You get like these like 150-year-old barbecue places that have still been there to this day. The graph. Okay, yep, we're getting ready to start the morning. Good morning, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. We do Tradeify, straight to fun to give away every day at 1,000 viewers. So that should be in about an hour or less. Pigs in a blanket is just sausage wrapped in bacon. Breakfast sausage with a pancake around it. So you guys have different ways to say it. A maiden in the morning is like a winning trade. Like Texas calling sodas a Coke. Yeah, we're so different, dude, in Texas. Yeah, really. like you go anywhere else and you're like, can I get a pop? And they're like, sure, what kind? Or can I get a soda? Sure, what kind? And in Texas, you're like, hey, I want to get a Coke. And they're like, what kind? Can I get Sprite? All right, cool. So you usually have to answer the question twice. Like sometimes if you say, some places, if you say, I want a Coke, they'll go, what kind? You go Coke. Oh, okay, cool. Coke has become synonymous with soda in Texas. We're so weird. Probably because we so fat down here and drink a lot of Coke. Question on NQ, NASDAQ futures price different. Your levels work on NASDAQ. What's your view behind this? Your market is more correct. NASDAQ futures and NASDAQ 100, the price levels are different. Work. Yeah, so all of the levels are clues to market movement. The futures overnight pivots are pivots, and then the daytime equities pivots are also pivots. They're all pivots. There's no such thing as more correct. Stock market's random. They're all clues for the greater picture. Right? So levels here, monthly hedge pressure is when you open above it, which we did, 90% of days should close above it, which tells you the market has bullish support from here. These guys, hedge pressure, when you open above it, 90% of days close above it. You see how the market is having a hard time breaking out of this. There's a lot of just bullish hedging when there's no volume or anything else going on. Bullish hedging is floating the market higher. See, today is Thursday. We had our, let me look at this. This opening chart here. Put all this on the same tab here. These are our strong pivots. This is our DD band. I'll show you guys this in just a second. I use this to take a look at like essentially our setups. Everybody do me a favor while I'm getting everything ready here. Go watch some ads and take a look at what our partners are offering. If you use Rocket Scooter code, and you buy more than $1,000 worth of prop firms using our code, we do a lifetime giveaway, which is a $4,000 prize of all of our software tools, coaching, education for life. So use Rocket Scooter code, get the best deals everywhere. We just got an upgrade to our code. We got the guys at Funda Next to give us 10% off code Rocket instead of Rocket Scooter. It's the only one that's different. Instead of 5, every other influencer on the planet gets 5% with those guys. We exclusively get 10. That's really awesome. We get huge deals. We just got ETFs, like brand new packages come out after inspiration from our conversations with them. You guys give me feedback. I gave it to them. They revamped their direct to funded program and their static program, listening to the community, which is fantastic. They made those rules so easy compared to other firms that offer the same products, which is kind of nice. And then, of course, Funda Next changed their micro scalping rule, thanks to you guys as well. We had a conversation with the owner. Hello. Multiple conversations with the owner there. Thank you very much. So great. I'm gonna hit that like button really quick before we come back. Just smash it super hard. Let's get that up to like 300 or 400. There's 700 people almost here. Click it bottom right of your screen below the video. We get up to 500. That triggers the giveaway as well. 1,500 is what we do. So if you guys can do me a favor there, clicky, clicky, clicky. Yeah, so what we do with this community, we're very seated in the prop industry, and we actually press for change with prop firms. We have that much pull these days because you guys are massive, and we actually coach a lot of prop firms to make better rules. The partners we work closely with are very receptive to community feedback, which is awesome. Compared to some of the other prop firms out there, there's a lot of weird ones, a lot of ones pumped by, multi-level marketing, schemesters. There's prop firms out there right now being pumped by penny stock pump and dump scammers, and you never know who's behind the scenes. Well, that's why people like us are pushing for transparency, pushing for community involvement. Even Kaizen from My Funded Futures is one of the big dogs over at ETF, hangs out in the stream daily, always here to answer questions. And last week Brett Simba drops in, donates $50 to the stream just to say, hey, all the guys out there, obviously I work for My Funded Futures, so obviously I talk to those guys pretty much 10 times a day. Point of being in the prop firm is not just to be like some rando hawking affiliate codes to try to make a quick extra buck. We want to make the prop space safe, fun, and accessible to everybody, and obviously better rules and more competitive. And also to make sure you guys don't get it's scammed or schemed by weird ones. So the feedback you guys give us, you know, very much so, we navigate through the space to have audiences with the owners, with the creators, and that's all thanks to you guys. So, good morning, Dad. Oh, they say good morning. Why did I see Dad? Good morning, Matt. I was like, is that Tyler again? It's always gonna say, he always says good morning, Dad. Good morning, Matt in chat. And you seem like doing a final little push for dropping. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about what some of our setups are here. Let me get everything situated on my screen. Hold up. Along in all my stuff. So my levels that you see on my screen are going to be based on two things. Number one is futures exploits, basically tricks in the futures world that we can find high volume pivots using margin requirements and all kind of other cool techniques. And then we use gamma exposure and volume prediction tools. We are one of the only communities out there that specializes in volume prediction. We have tools that allow me to predict volume with almost 100% certainty. Predicting volume, what does that mean? Well, I can give you a level where I can guarantee every time you touch it. Guarantee. That's weird because people, you know, nothing's 100% of the stock market, right? I guarantee it. Like the guy from Men's Warehouse. I guarantee it. Every time you touch this orange line, there will be a volume spike 100% of the time. Our gamma exposure model is that good. 100% of the time, you will see realized volume flow, unusual flow at these levels. We can predict unusual flow day in advance at certain levels. This is what Rocket Scooter does. It's that advanced. And we use options to do this. And here's the volume spike on this side. You guys that just took the class on this, I always like to show off. Are you amazed by the fact that I can give you a level 23,043.50 or whatever it is, exact to the penny is where the volume is going to be. This is calculated based on options. It's that cool. So therefore, as somebody says, what's your style? Well, as I'm trading, I know I'm just making decisions at key levels of volume. I'm not guessing on direction here. I know that if the market dips to there, I've got a volume pivot to long off of. If I want to buy the dip, I can long off of there. There's a million ways to do this, which I do like. Actually, I'm going to start trading this account. This one is, let's do this. All right, let's get ready to long here out the door. We are. And so with volume prediction, what's key about volume prediction is that you're able to be at the right place. Can't remember which one is the. Just move this out of the way. Whether you're right or wrong in direction, which is, you know, the random part of the market, when you're doing volume prediction, you're never going to be wrong from the wrong place or right from the wrong place ever again. You will always be right or wrong from the right place. So your stop losses can be tight. You're only trading where traders are going to be, which is very important. And that's what we try to aim for. We say that here that the stock market is random and the technical analysis and pattern analysis and all this other stuff is a total scam because these things aren't predictable. The stock market's completely random, but what's not random is finding volume 100% of the time, which means no other place matters except for where these lines are. And I can avoid everything in the middle. How's my win rate so high? I don't always make a trade. I wait for a pivot, take a guess. I get it as right or wrong as anyone else that's trading. But the difference is I'm wrong from the right spot. And that's kind of the motto here. Learn to be wrong from the right spot. An example, if I'm longing here, I'm longing from the wrong spot. I took a stop and took a loss, yet the long trade took off because I was wrong from the wrong spot. If I long right here, which is the right spot, then my volume will be there. And whether I'm right or wrong, it doesn't matter. If I'm wrong, I'm always wrong small because we broke a key pivot that shouldn't break. And then usually that crashes the market and I avoid a crash. I'm not getting stopped out by chasing the long and losing and then winning if I would have held on. As often as other people. So volume prediction allows me to wait for the pivots that matter. And that's really the key there. And And so we teach you guys those principles. Somebody's like, what is it you guys do here? Volume prediction. It allows me to isolate where traders are going to be and only trade where volume is going to be. So with that, I'm marking the open and close, which is this white line here. These are my notes here. Notes here. Notes there. Notes here. Prepped and ready to go, baby. Pumped and ready to go. Market opens in 12 minutes. Did I take a trade? Nope. No trades yet. Hit opening flat. I know, me too. So the levels here, this is gamma exposure maximum on monthly options, which is orange. This is gamma exposure maximum on weekly options, which is blue. Each one of these is a long pressure. Long pressure, long pressure. The yellow is usually a resistance pivot. Every time you touch yellow, there's volume. Usually when you trade into yellow, that's the end of an up move for the day. And only any of those nearby. The white and dash white are these right here. The SPY open. So I'm translating them to futures. Guys, do me a favor, smash the like button really quick. Let's get our numbers right back up to the top. I'll be right back. 240 out of 650. Let's go. Smack it. Let's get that to 500 really quick, and then I'll put the camera back on. You guys can see my screen. We have a 40% off sale going on with Take Profit right now. 10% off with Funded Next, which is pretty huge. 50% off of my funded futures using code Rocket Scooter. 50% off your first time account. Those experts are now dirt cheap. So get at least one of those if you want to check it out. $287, guys. Bottom right of the screen. Thumbs up, everybody. New rule is I don't show my trades till we get to 500, so let's do it. Everybody do your thing. Appreciate y'all. Am I bullish bearish today? Yeah, we'll answer all those questions once it gets a like to 500, baby. Hedge pressure changes every day. Yep. Matt, I love you. Love you too, Mike. Appreciate you, man. VWAP volume-based indicator, is it good? It's not bad. Our stuff is insanely better than like VWAPs. VWAPs are going to only kind of like show you in the moment that there may be a bounce place, but like we'll give you levels weeks in advance, days in advance. VWAP is like a reaction tool. It's not bad. Anything related to volume is not bad. But yeah, watch what I do. You'll see the difference. Appreciate you guys. Hit the like button. 350. We're getting there. You guys don't want a funded giveaway today? That's okay. That's fine. I'll save my time. Alrighty. Funded account giveaway at 500 likes though. The minute it taps, 1,000 viewers like we always get every day. I'll do a Tradeify straight to funded account giveaway, and of course, they're doing big giveaways all day. This stream and all my other streams and on my funded TV show, we give away about 50 something accounts per day, resets and stuff. About 50 is the number. Usually 25 to 50 on their stream, and I do like 2 to 5 on my stream every day. Big funded giveaway accounts. We did a lifetime giveaway Rock Studio yesterday, boot camp giveaways, all kind of stuff. We always giving away. They call us the giveaway stream here. All right. Hope we get some liquidity pockets. That'd be kind of fun. Hit the like button. What do you guys think? Are we selling at the open? We longing at the open? What is your first intuition here? Flat open is what I don't like. Not a big fan of flat open. All right. Votes, you guys. Up or down? What do you think? What are you feeling today? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. We are at 371, not 500. Okay, cool. Bum, 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 bum. Yes.
7 minutes.
Woo! Wait, I got breakfast? Oh, yeah. High five. Oh, you're so funny because yesterday when you came in, like right when the market was open, I couldn't even say hi to you.
Yeah.
Come here, come here,
Bye.
come here.
I don't want you to not make money.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
If it says no, mommy, let's go home. Let's go.
Bagel.
Okay.
Bagel. Hey.
Yeah, submit him for a little bit.
Hey.
I'm gonna go to Pilates at 9:30.
Hey. Good boy. All right. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, so today we have news. Talk about what we have going on today. Let me pull this up. I have these two cheat sheets I'll share with you guys in a little bit. So today is Thursday. With the continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, these are coming down a little bit. This is coming down a little bit, which is good. Still just noise. Anything 250K is about average highs in a bull market. Anything around 2 million is okay. So none of these data points are alarming for the jobs market, but the jobs market has been stalling out because the jolts have been going up. Participation rate is way down. And these are slightly towards the peak or the high side of what's considered comfortable, but it's not like it's bad. We're not getting big waves of layoffs or anything. So the job market's just stalling, and that has to do with the tariffs. Other than that, we have a balance sheet today, and that's basically it. I don't think we have much else. Friday's kind of empty. Yeah. Yesterday I had FOMC meeting minutes where a lot of the FOMC members expressed a lot of things. There's more people that think we don't need a rate change. There's more people that think we don't need anything this year. But there's also more people that think July could be as soon as we get our first rate cut. Used to be about September, so now July is kind of the talking point in traders. Market perceive that as very bullish. There's more people, probably 2 out of 3, that believe we do need a rate cut rather than 1 out of 3 who believe we don't. But overall, the average is they all believe we need fewer rate cuts over the long term than they did last year. That's due to the tariffs and the higher inflation. So the majority of like the average of the dot plot showed that we're likely to get 1 this year and maybe 2 next year, where it used to be 2 and 4. So it used to be more aggressive before Trump got in office. And with the inflation from the tariffs, it's less likely that we're going to see a bunch of rate cuts. So that's where all that talk is coming from. The job market stalling out obviously was part of what they're looking at as well. That's partly due to the inflation, the tariffs and stuff. And also a lot of people are just kind of making their own jobs and stuff, part of it. You guys think jobs came in? Yeah, jobs came in pretty good. It wasn't bad data. Came in slightly as a beat, which is good. Good morning, iDoc. Everyone says good morning, PB. Want a hug? I got you. I got you, bud. Come on in. Love you. All right. We're getting started here. To get to Pro Plus, these levels are on your chart. Yes. On the equity side, it's automated. DD band is automated. And then the open and close, the one I'm manually drawing, we're actually automating that now. And the prototype should be available to me probably by tomorrow, as I've been told. Did I show gold yet? LOL. You guys are funny. All right, so inside of this white box here is going to be one of the, we call this redistribution zone. This is where we gap. So right now with SPY, we are gapping up just a little bit. Should probably be a bullish open. We have our hedge pressure levels and our open and close are kind of in the same place. So we have basically bull support all through here. Resilience numbers come through nice and bullish. That'd be good. I have been like longing at the open literally every day for the last, I don't know, 2 weeks. It's been such a good trade. I'm not trying to short this. I'm not trying to sell this off. Nothing. VIX is absolutely in decay. We have been trading lower on VIX also. VIX is just falling. There is no volatility. Even yesterday selling, no volatility here. VIX is down, was down to 17. The bull market's back, baby. As back as it's ever going to be. I'm still not trying to short or sell this off. I like what I see. Right, NQ. Same boat. NQ is kind of like basically in a similar boat. Oh shoot. I do that. All right. A little gap up action here. Just a gap and go situation. No trades yet. Resilience is support with positive resilience. Now, just have a little bit of hesitation taking this long so quickly. I'm going to wait. I've been longing out the door, but like it's the last like 2 or 3 days I've been hesitating out the open. So we actually did gap up. That's kind of cool. Oh, dude, this is a flat day. Flat as it's going to get. That sucks. Okay. It's going to look ugly all day staring at it like this. Okay. Half gap support. Flush liquidity maps really quick. So I'm holding off just to kind of see what the maps are. Okay, bull long up, which is perfect. We've got a support set up about 25 points lower and EST setups all down here. If the market pulls back, I've got perfect longs there. Great. QQQ. So basically the market is a gap and go. There's a possible long setup, but I don't like to trade when markets are flat and don't move. I like to let them move first. I could take the long as a gamble, but the idea is I've got 80 points of drop on NASDAQ to where an A+ pivot is there. So let me see if it drops first before I do anything at all. And S&P, of course, slightly lower pivots as well. Flat days are hard to gauge. Resilience is not like 90 or 100. It's flat as well. So flat resilience or market's flat. I need this to be like really, really, really bullish to trust it. Flat markets are kind of hard to trade. All right. So not bearish, but if the market dips, I got perfect dips to buy just like yesterday. So let's wait for them. Baby, let's wait for them. Bum, 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 bum. Perfect. Okay, so let me mark it up. Hedge pressure is 20 points from open, 30 points, and 40 are walls. Let's watch S&P because that's nearby. 40 points from open. And 20 points is hedge pressure. So let's just mark this up really quick. 87. Really? Let me double check when I didn't. Yeah, so I'm going to wait and let the pullback happen. So yeah, 20. Oh, actually, no, it's 15 points from open. And then 15 points below that. 15 and 15, 15 and 15. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and repurpose this. I'm going to remove these. I'm not going to be trading on these today. So 15 off of open. It's going to be 92. This is SPY hedge pressure, and I'm going to delete the overnight dynamic because it's a flat day. Let me let it pull back. I've got 15 points there, and the 15 points below that is 77. It's gonna be bear zone. So I got and 67. I got my LPs all down in here. ESG every single time. Guys, do me a favor, smash the like button. We're almost at 1,000 viewers. I told you guys we had 500 likes before market open. I would do a giveaway, but I don't think you guys want to do it. But I'll give you 5 extra minutes. If you can go down to the bottom of YouTube, click the thumbs up button. I'll do a bunch of giveaway accounts today on the stream. You guys know it. If you don't do that, no giveaway. We got to get the numbers up. Love you. 400, 438. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you, guys. All right. So the setups I do have are longing from blue, longing from here. A pluses are all down in here, and A is there. In the middle, nothing, nothing, nothing. This is S&P. So I'm going to watch S&P today because it's right on the edge. I'm going to let it pull back a little tiny bit. And Nasdaq is in a very similar boat. Nasdaq is roughly, let's see, 2.9 times 40. That's 80. 116 off the open on Nasdaq. And so I'm going to drop this 116 points. 22,956 is your A plus on Nasdaq. If my math is ever wrong, you guys just let me know. No notes for that? Okay. So I got A pluses way down here on Nasdaq. Bear zone top, bull zone bottom. So we're going to wait on this. Flat days, I don't long at the open. All right, so we have a liquidity pocket clone there, and then I guess 40 points over than that, 16. Okay, I'm just marking up the chart. I mean, I can't wait till all this automated, man. Like the conversion. So this is automated here, but converting in the futures. So below here, no man's land, no trades, open. Blue open is a setup. Blue is always a long setup. So in no man's land, no trades yet. Let it pull. What I'm going to do. Guys, thank you for hitting like button. We're almost at 1,000 viewers again every day, man. I love how we have such a huge community there. And actually, Nasdaq is 80 points lower on that liquidity pocket. 40. Okay. So Nasdaq is going to be 76. Huge. So Nasdaq is a huge liquid buffer right inside of here. So you're going to wait for this. All right. Coolio. Okay. 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 So inside of here, resilience is negative. So resilience is now resistance. So the box is now resistance itself. It could be a little bit of a down day today. Let's let it fall. There's no news to move the market around. So we don't have really anything happening except the Orange Man's Twitter account. So we'll see if he says something. Down in here, monthly hedge pressure is a support pivot. Okay, so my setups today are pretty clean. If we break here, markets crash. Okay, flat. So remember, you guys will learn on flat days, I don't long at the open. I just kind of sit, we open flat, and want to touch it. Crash if we fall below here. It's going to fall fast, which is great because we have huge support. Crash if here. Expected here. Expected to hold 23,000. If we crash out of this, this will be very volatile and volatility will go up, but this is a long-term A plus, this is a long-term A plus. Both of them are supports. This is your better A plus, but this is good. If we fall this far, I'd scalp it from here to here and close out. If we fall to here, I'd scalp it to there and then hold a runner and see if it holds for the bull side. This is not bearish. Nothing is bearish. DD ratio is positive, greater than half, which is bullish. SPY is above monthly hedge pressure, which is also bullish. And then monthly maps will probably still be bullish. Take a look at this. Monthly map is such a cheat, man. It tells me what the market's going to look like in 3 months. So I love it. The options landscape is so easily telling of the market's comfort level of where we are. Right now, the market's comfortably bullish even from here. In a gray zone forever up until September, it's bullish from here. Bullish from here. Like this is the starting point of a bull move. Bearishness squeezing out. So that's good. Let's QQQ. QQQ is somehow cached holding SPY. Let me retrigger that calculation there. QQQ is not updating. For some reason, it's still showing the SPY stuff. I don't even know. I'll come back to that later. QQQ is not updating, but it's probably the same. Let me refresh the platform. When you say flat day, I mean we open near yesterday's close. The hell's going on with the server? There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to wait for dips to buy. Pretty simple setups today. This is a wait at the open day. There we go. QQQ, nice and bullish and still the same. Okay, no problems there. All right, I read these fast, and in our bootcamp, we teach you guys how to read it fast. But I just scroll through it, I look at it, I check it, then I move on. So nothing's alarming today. Everything's nice and bullish. On the side, you see no irrational signals, like nothing's red. So we're good there. Nice and clean, no trades yet. We're gonna wait. Flat day means we open and close like at the same spot. You guys see that? You always like as soon as you join. Love you, Julian. Thank you, James. And the bears are on bottom. Giggity. How's Will's on bottom determined? It's calculated through options. There's a sophisticated algorithm pumping information into this machine here. It scans all the options trades and looks for market maker activity. So bulls on bottom are where traders are long the market without bears. If you're longing without bears, market makers will have to buy options to hedge their position against you. And so when we find those options, we can find the traders. Bulls on bottom means that all up here, the market's bullish. All down here, the market's bearish. The market can fall all the way down to here, and I'm buying that dip. I don't bet on a bear market when these greater market indicators are bullish. Class, from the bootcamp, how many of our greater market indicators are bullish today? And what kind of day is it? Bull or bear day? Is it a sell-off bear day, or is it bull profit taking in a bull day, bull week? All three. Trace, 3, all 3. You guys nailed it. You don't like flatties? There you go, 3. Yeah, bull day, right? Today's a bull day with strong bull pivots all down in here. Anything below this orange creates kind of some turbulence. So just kind of take note. We're gonna watch S&P today because it's the closest one to pivot. But inside of here, the market gets weird. I'm gonna put a big W, weird. If we break. So if we break yellow and break orange, the market gets weird down in here. It's going to be more volatile and you might get a lot of turbulence around your zone bottoms. The expectation is that it does hold in this area. So we'll see. On market stays are flat. I don't like to long at the open. I like to long at the open when there's a significant gap up or gap down and resilience is positive. When market's flat and all stocks are flat, resilience is choppy. Do you guys remember that from the resilience course? Yeah. So inside of here, flat market, not going to do anything. You hate flatties. LOL, LOL. LOL, LOL. Actually, Nasdaq is closer to pivot. So let's watch Nasdaq today. Nasdaq gets weird right around here. Nasdaq hopefully should support there like we did last night. We kind of held this and pushed through. This pressure today on this flat-ish day is kind of alarming to me. Resilience being negative means the box itself is pivot. So my exit target would be back at the box. If I were to long from here, from 23,001, it is bullish to that box right there. And res less than 0, there's your resistance, right? Still gonna wait for the pullback. What? What are you part of my waffle here? Now we wait. Good morning. What platform is that? Oh, it's the Rockstar platform. And why did it freeze? It's not frozen. Everything's good as gold. No, earlier, I think what happened was my browser just sometimes gets glitchy. When the requests timed out. So basically what happened was it just didn't load up the calculation when I clicked the button. A lot of times this happens when I leave my computer on, all my browsers open all night. There's probably like a memory leak somewhere on my computer. So by the middle of the day, middle of the morning, I've got 16 million browsers open. I got a million programs open. I got a ton of shit open. I usually shut everything down, refresh every morning, but I'm too lazy. 1,001K watching. Oh, as always. All right, guys. Awesome. We'll do a Tradeify straight to fund and giveaway. 1,000. We'll do that again. I've been mentally so drained. Why are you drained, Johnny? What's going on? How accurate is overnight hedge pressure, daily hedge pressure? They're all the same. They're both the same. Same intensity, same everything. How's the VIX doing? The VIX is starting to push up a little bit. Today might actually be the sell-off day. Let's be careful. Just be careful today. Let me watch some of the stocks just to make sure. But this is a flat day with no news and no anything. This could be, the market's been trying to sell a little bit. This could be it. And if, hopefully. The stream is cutting. Yeah, something weird is going on with the internet. My shit's all frozen. That is so weird. Yeah. Everything froze on my screen for a minute. Huh. Hold on, guys. Just reset everything. Yeah, my computer was like buffering for some reason. What's going on with my internet today? We should be back. Kick the family out again. LOL. Everything seems to be laggy at the top stuff level. Oh, okay. Yeah, like my browser crashed and then my YouTube gave me a buffering warning, and then Tradeify's DOM here stopped for a hot minute. Yeah, I'm not saying this market's going to sell off today, but it's starting to feel like this could be. Market's been trying to move. We have support very far down. If this day sells off, we have support all down in here in the majors. So Nvidia support 160, Apple support 210. Amazon already in the mode of selling off. So some of the stocks aren't doing so hot. Microsoft here and here. Microsoft got support down here. So I think that today the safer play is to not bet on momentum. Flat days, I really want to get my A plus pivots. I don't want to. I want to chunk another trade at a B pivot, like trading it open. So I'm waiting. I'm not long. I'm not losing, which is good. So far I've avoided that. Good choice making, guys. I love it. We're always the best choice makers here. This is the best trading stream on the planet. We are probably, you know, like I said, you can see everything I do, justify everything I do. No craziness here. Here we go. Nasdaq falling down to key level there. Should I snap along here or wait for bull zone bottom? Market is going to get a little crazy here today. Let's wait. Let me wait for the reclaim instead of taking a stab here. So on this reclaim of 23,001, I'd be willing to take it if we reclaim. Other than that, bulls and bottom is it. Very fun. Very fun. Okay. MHP is A plus, right? So I'm going to let it reclaim and make my decision. Yeah. Let me watch this. All right, let me let it play around here for a minute or two. MHP is definitely A plus. I'm gonna see what it looks like. Okay. I'll do it with just one. Just one 40-point stop. I'll do it on that account. See what happens on this one. YouTube buffering issue, dang. Our 1,000 viewers got chopped to 900. What the fuck? Yeah, this is like one of those days where I'm kind of feeling like the odds are very bad at this holds. So grabbed one in the reclaim. 40 points lower would be basically 60 down in here, and then I've got bull zone bottom all down in there as well. I just want to say F it. Hang on to it. It doesn't feel like a good bullish day today. Market doesn't have that good feel to it. It's choppy, it's flat. Other stocks have support much lower. Yeah, I'm gonna close out. Fuck it. Let me pull the plug on that. I don't like it. It felt weird earlier. I'm gonna wait on this one. Got bulls on bottom nearby. I'll play it again down here at the bottom. Let me look at my tick chart loaded up here. we get back above monthly hedge pressure, I'll jump back in on the long there. It kind of felt weird when I got into it. That candle, I just got out of the way. Bulls on bottom is somewhat nearby on QQQ, which is the A plus pivot. It's good to try to have an attempt along in there anyways. Let me let the volatility play out and see what happens. I'll get right back in on the orange. Yeah. Price me a little crazy today. So we'll check that level. That bull zone bottom is going to be roughly 8 times 4, 32 points lower from here. On red candle, 32 points. 52. Yeah, right about 52. Readjusting it for the new calculation. 52 bull zone bottom is it, but man, losing monthly hedge pressure, the volatility should be picking up like crazy. So this isn't the best sign, but again, market's got strong bullish setup here. All right. I took one stab and closed out pretty quick. I wasn't liking what I was seeing. This market's wanting to sell off, man. I think today is the day it might actually achieve some lower lows, but we'll see. We'll see what we get. My only trade of the day, just down $500, just on like trying to fuck around with that one. I am on like a 12-day winning streak, so this is day 13. Hopefully I'm on a 13-day winning streak. That'd be super nice. Can't argue with winning streaks. They're fun, but you can't let it get in your head. You can't be like, oh, I'm on a streak. This is great. Right? Winning streaks don't mean anything. No such thing as a winning streak or losing streak. The market is a series of unchained events that have nothing to do with each other. Your previous day's win doesn't affect your next day's win. It's just a random observation of random events. But I haven't lost in 12 days, so it's been kind of nice. So I'm due for a loss. I'm due for a losing day. Let it dip and grab a rip. 90% close above. Yeah, but basically what happens, it can linger all day. So the way that I take it is I took a stab, then it fails. If it reclaims, I'll take a stab again. I bet that it holds at the pivot. I don't bet against it that it returns to the pivot. This could be one of the 10% days it crashes. So the idea is that when I'm at the pivot, I make the bet that we stay above it. So the reward is much greater than the risk at the pivot itself. This one as well. It can completely crash through all of this and then make its way back up by the end of the day. But I take stabs here and there at those particular trades. Yeah. You nailed it. You nailed it. So now I've got a little spot right here to take bull zone bottom long right about the 52 level. So we call it the EST setup on NASDAQ. Getting pretty close there. I'll take a stab at it with one. All right, grab that with one contract. Let me start building a little bit of position here. I do like bull zone bottom every single time setup. We're getting pretty darn close to that. Let me double check my actual conversion calc. We're still 24 points away as of the 8:55 candle. So let me look at that. 24 points away from here. So that's going to be, yeah, 52, 53. All right, so it's bull zone bottom every single time. It's probably the worst time to play the song. There's the level, man. And if we crash through all this and we crash all this today, stab number 2. Bull zone bottom. I just grabbed one contract. This volatility, If today's the big crashy sell-off day, then today's the big crashy sell-off day. Hang in there, baby. Hang in there. Hang in there. So the A+ setup right here on the edge. Volume is here. Hopefully we hold. So this is tough. If we lose this, then that's going to be a really nasty day today. The selling is pretty heavy. If I lose it and take a stop, I wait for the reclaim. I try it one more time. So let's hang in there on this. QQQ falling to bull zone bottom and liquidity pocket. So the problem here is that QQQ has 80 points of liquidity pocket there. So there's a lot of possible overshoot on this. It get kind of tough here. Hang in there. So 40 points lower on this is also a stop as well. This is moving pretty quick. I told you guys earlier, like that weird zone, if we got to it, the market to get pretty weird. All right, let me trim back down to 1. Let me trim it back down to 1. Come on, market, hang in there. And we have liquidity pocket all the way down in here. So this is like the bull. This is the best bull pivot here. So this is a little bit of an overshoot, which got a little crazy, but it should be okay. Should be all right. Hang in there, market. All right, let me start getting ready to add to some of my positions if we get to the level there. That's a little bit of a 20-point overshoot on that one. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, buddy. I had 2. I trimmed back down to 1. Let's play it one more time. Got to remind myself to stay with the stats. If it fails, it fails. It happens. But I take the stab every single time. Get back above bull zone. Come on. Get up there. 40 points of overshoot is my tolerance on this. So right about 12 is about where I'd stop out at. That selling's pretty gnarly. Should be all right though. Non-volatile market, 40 points overshoot. I'm out if it happens, and I got another stab at it there. Come on, get up there. Reclaim. I don't want to stop on this. Hang in there. Bull market, hang in there. If today's the one day that we lose the bull market, then we lose the bull market. Happens. Do not find lower lows here. Come on, hang in there. Hang in there. So as you know, 12, 13 days, market's bull, and then every once in a while you'll get a sell-off day. This could possibly be it. A plus here. Now the probabilities are lower because we do have MHP breaks, so slightly irrational, but should be okay. There's going to be overshooting in the volatility. Anything that goes down to here, I'm probably just going to close out of that at 12. So 12 is about where I'm going to stop. This is hugging very close to my stop here, so I trimmed down to 1 just to be able to absorb it. It's right on the edge. That overshoot and hold should be good. Hang in there, baby. All right. So I'm willing to add down in here as well. So I'm right on the edge here. This is getting a little gnarly. Okay. Do I hang on for another 20 points? It's only 40 points. I'd be down 1,400 on this one. We could hit this and overshoot. That's the crappy part. We are overshooting this, and I'm right on the edge here. Come on, market. Hang in there. These dips get a little scary. It is getting a little gross here. All right. Let's call this one at 876. Let me pull the plug on that. And I'll wait one more time. All right, let's get the lower bear zone top. Gnarly day today. Okay, good. So I'm not tapping this on my accounts yet. Not yet. So this could be the big sell-off day today. We'll be careful. But bear zone top, another setup. This is a loss here. That's a loss. That's a loss. I'll wait for there. I'll take one more stab at it. So actually flatten that out. Just stay on the sideline on that one. I'll try it one more time later. Kind of gross, but we'll see. All right, let me get ready in case we reclaim to take the ad there. Yes.
Energy drink.
Oh, okay. Have yourself an energy drink then. Bye, babe. All right, let's hang on to this one. All right, brutal day. If we get back above bull zone, I'm backing on the long, but I'm going to stay out of this one just to avoid another 30 points of drop and then really match. I could still hold on to one on this, but I think I want to kind of wait. All right, we'll hang on this one. Tough day. I'll jump back in on the reclaim though, right here. Got overshot a little harder. 52. I'm still within the range of my stop though, but when we broke through 12, I was kind of like, yeah, okay. It's gonna be a crawl back day. Gotta love days when the market was bullish and then flips bearish. You just crawl back at good pivots. Lower DD band and bear zone top are the next two setups. I've got a couple stabs to take. Here's volume. Here's volume. Both of them got overrun. Market was selling pretty hard. So let's get something good. Something better in a little bit. A little tough day today. Yeah, the hourly candle is pretty gross. Why is Al flying? They're all different components to the indices. They're going to be doing different things. Hope it hits bear zone top. Yeah. I hope it hits this. This liquidity pockets typically will hold the market. So we're good down in here. Definitely good. All right. All right. I went ahead and I'm getting right back into it at the bull zone. If the volatility tightens out, we should be okay. I'm back in on one long contract here at the same zone. Shouldn't be resistance. So usually when we reclaim, I don't wait for the retest. I long kind of like close to it just for the confirmation. And if I take a second squeeze on this, I get squeezed a second time, but I'll try it from here. All right, hanging back in there. Hope we get that reclaim there. Be kind of nice. Right. Hang on in there. Yeah, just big rotation from tech and other things. I agree. Solid, guys. Solid. EST every single time. That was scary at first, but it's looking better now. Hopefully we hang on to that. I don't know if I'm gonna add one more to that. I'm kind of cool with what I got. I'll hang on to one. That volatility was kind of scary for a little bit. Bears on top would have been obviously a better setup, but bulls on bottom is always a good setup, you know. Good setup to have. Spy has a stronger move back up. Yeah. Our resilience is still negative. It might be resistance from here, but we'll see. That rotation was pretty gnarly. So I'm back in at EST. Bottom bears on bulls on bottom right here. Should be good. All right, EST. I could play the song again to hype it a second time, but you guys know the drill. ESG every single time. Oops. Add this to here. I'm gonna attack this on another account. Let me see which one I want to do it. When we tap on here one more time, I will do in my, actually this is A plus with no volatility. I'll hit it with my funded. Okay. Last one. Around the tap. All right, guys, get ready to give away in just a little tiny bit. We have 1,000 viewers. Awesome. As always, giveaway as promised. I will be right back. I'm going to go to a quick bathroom and get ready to do it. We're going to be doing giveaway for Tradeify. Hold up. Let me get this ready to go. You guys can type it in while I'm bathroom. Hold up. Type in Tradeify. I'll be right back. All right, I am back. There's not bulls on bottom a second time there. Hang on to it, market. We need the hype song again. Everybody type in Tradeify for straight to fund giveaway at Tradeify. Hit our 1,000 viewer mark. Everybody smash the like button really quick while you can. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You better hold that bull zone. Don't you sell off today, market. Hang in there. Hang in there. VIX is still low, so hopefully this recovers by the middle of the morning. No heartbreak today. Come on, come on, come on. All right, picking up some volatility here.
Yes, take every single time.
Boo. No, get back above. Get back above. Selling pressure picked up a little bit. All right. Let me wait till we get back above. I'll attack it one more time. A little bit more heavy rotation today. Okay, guys. I flattened that out too, so bears on top, last one. Dude, nuts today. 2 waves of selling. It's not like he's saying estate, actually. It's a little bit second round of tech selling on that wave. Hang on in there. Come on, market. Bears on top, last A plus. All right, guys, we'll spin the wheel in just a second. All right. Okay, guys. Wheel spin for Tradeify straight to funded. You guys know the drill? Okay, Tradeify straight to funded giveaway. I'll hit it one more time on the reclaim. We'll do a bunch of giveaways today. After this, we'll do one more for My Fun and Futures in a little bit, so don't go anywhere. Trader mindset, you are the winner. Tradeify straight to funded. Our daily straight to funded giveaway. Congrats, congrats, congrats. You know the drill. Type something in chat. You've got 50 something seconds. 47, 30 seconds, 30 something seconds. Stay tuned because the same group of you guys will do My Fun and Futures giveaway. And not too long from now. Trader mindset, good job. What you need to do is you need to go over to Discord, send Slacks a message, take a picture of your, good job. You can hear the cool song again. Take a picture of your YouTube account, send it to Slacks, he's our admin. Post in the contest channel. And get a hold of you. And I'll give you your code for Tradeify. I'll give you a link to click that link. Make sure you click it first. Give us the credit, then we'll transfer the account right over to you.
Numbers don't lie, but emotions do. Fear and greed, man, they cloud your view. Stick to the plan, we gon' see this through.
Daily giveaways every day. My Fun and Futures giveaway in about 15 minutes, so don't go anywhere. Let's focus on the trade. Giveaways in 15 minutes. Hang tight. More giveaways. My Fun and Futures. MFFU. You guys can type in if you want to, but don't spam chat too much because we're gonna be sitting here for 15 minutes just waiting anyways. Congrats on the Tradeify straight to funded, buddy. You have an hour to message Slacks. Gotta pick up money off the ground. It's bad luck. But the mindset stay disciplined first. Was kind of funny. I bet you the housekeeper did think it was fake, but yesterday when she was cleaning, she was like picking up the money on the ground and was like handing it to me with like a look in her face like, why are you throwing money everywhere? So I told her, I was like, it's not real. Basically just like I'm like, this is just a prop. I'm not really that kind of person that's just throwing money all over the place. She looks at me like, kind of like shifty eyed, like, are you like that kind of person? I was like, no, it's just for the show, television. These pivots are holding, Moreau. 40 points. That's the stop limit. 12. Just in a little bit extra. It's trying to hold. What do you mean? These pivots aren't holding. What's going on? The stock market's random, dude. These are probabilities. It's holding. We get one strike distance overshoot, which is where I said 12 was the limit. I cut it twice, but it looks like it held 2 times. So I'm still in it. Back on the top. I'm going to tap it one more time when I get there. All right, let me do one more time. Trading is not, the first time may not work, second time may not work, third time, let's see if it works. I hate when you guys ask questions, what's going on? The stock market's random. What's going on is that the buyers are getting overrun by the sellers. The market tries to hold. Your naive mentality is going to be the end of you as a trader if you think like this. Makes me disappointed when people are like, why is the market not predictable? Like I literally scream until I'm fucking hoarse every day. The market is random. You're asking me why, like I know. Markets, sellers are overwhelming buyers. The market's going to try to hold there, but it can lose the fight. Why is the market selling off? If you don't understand this, trading is going to be too complicated for you to figure out. It's a guessing game, and you're betting that something happens, and if it doesn't happen because the sellers are winning. Somebody decided to sell a bunch of stock. That's why this shit moves around. Y'all been listening to too much of the fucking ICT Kool-Aid that like market is an algorithm that's predictable, and candles like this thing is a predictable thing. It's not predictable at all. But the pivots are, and the volume is, and if I'm wrong at the right spot, and it's all that matters. My losses are small if I'm wrong. But you can't be like, we're losing a level, what's going on? I mean, because you say that a lot. I know in the stream you say this a lot, and the reason I'm saying it now because I hear you say it a lot. I think your expectation is the market is some kind of predictable machine to a degree of everything should work all the time. Right? There's some master algo and everybody's going to figure it out, and somehow things aren't going to fail. The rule is a pivot can lose up to 1 strike distance, which is exactly 12. And I wrote it earlier today. 12 was my level. When I lost my stop, I stopped once. I lost my stop, I stopped twice. Market is back here. I'm in it a third time because EST means EST. I'm out, better safe than sorry, but it's allowed to have 1 strike distance of overshoot, which is 40 points on NASDAQ. 52 minus 40 is 12. Which why at the start of my stream, I said I'm allowing myself to overshoot to 12. The pivot is technically still holding, just with a little bit of overshoot. Right? The art of trading is I'm in, I'm trim, I'm in, I'm trim, I'm in. Maybe I'll ride. So guys, stop thinking that the market's predictable or like what's happening. Like I don't understand. Why is the pivot not holding? You're using your best judgment to read the supply and demand of the stock market, right? And buyers and sellers will step in wherever they want, whenever they want, with how much they want. And no candlestick or no trend line or anything can forecast or predict the intensity at which they're going to be buying and selling, right? We know that these pivots hold because there is a strong landscape of options. There's so much options risk there. The bet is that any individual selling, a little bit of selling pressure that you see like here is usually not enough to tip the entirety of the scales of Wall Street. Sometimes it is. Sometimes people are like, dump everything we have, and then that can create abnormal selling pressure. But in a normal day, if people are not just dumping everything super fast, the market tends to float a lot easier off of levels where there's high volume due to hedging. So we take the bet, but the market is like poker, like, geez, why didn't I get an ace this time? Because this shit is random. The cards that are dealt are random every day, but the action is not. I trade, I stop, I trade, I stop, I trade, I win. Let's see if I win. And that's why I try to tell you guys. There's a lot of people that think you're going to have some kind of magic sauce to predict the stock market, right? But I hear that same person say the same thing every day, like they don't understand the concept. So hopefully you guys understand the concept, right? Sometimes the market overshoots a little bit, but this is the pivot. I take it statistically every single time I take it, because statistically it works over time. And if it fails 2 times, even 3 times, even 5 times today, that's okay. The last, years and years of my life, I take the same pivot all the time. So actionably, I'm back in on the trade, and now I'm winning the trade, right? Small loss, win. If it goes back to there, it can be green for the day. And that's really what trading is to take a bet and then take a caution. I was in 1, I was in 2. I trimmed out to 1. I took a stop, went to there. I got in on another one. Market pulled back down. I stopped again. Market's back to here. I'm back in. My bet is that we hold over time. 90% of days close above this level, close above by 4 o'clock. It's not, it bounces 90% of the time. It literally says 90% close above. Close means close, end of market. 90% of days, end of market should be above here. So every time it touches, I want to be in the bet that it does. Statistical trading is always, from a probabilistic perspective, that particular thing. I got to take the bet every time, because most of the time, this is a good support for some kind of reward for very little risk. The risk is set at 40 points lower, and the reward is anywhere up in here is possible. And this one has that same exact probability that we close above the orange, and blue, the same exact probability we close above the blue. So the risk and reward is pretty good in that if all these probabilities stack up, this guy goes all the way up. 100 points for 40 points of risk, right? I can get the ride all the way back to the top. And trading's about that. I like when you guys get to watch me take losing trades, because this is very important. When you get to see me take a losing trade, it's not that the trade is lost, it's that I took caution because I did stop, I stuck to my philosophy, and now I'm back in, and now the trade's winning. Right? So, oh, I need to close out some of this shit. Oh my God, my fund index, I totally ignored them. My fund index is up 5,000 bucks, grabbing the dip here. Jesus. I'm like sitting here letting it run, busting my consistency. What the fuck? All right, come on, Tradeify, you're next. Jeez Louise. Come on in there. Yeah, it's a rotation day probably. So holding this should be good. Hopefully it'll be all right. A lot of times I get a lot of people in question and chat ask, well, do these pivots work all the time? They don't work all the time. Market never works. Nothing ever works. What we do is we predict where volume will be, and that's 100%. I can tell you there's volume here every time. Every time there's volume here, here, and here. I can't tell you who wins the fight though, because nobody can. The market has longing volume from here, long pressure from here. It's like a wind blowing the market. Like imagine you have like a fan, like those little oscillating fans, right? That would just blowing air, right? There's a fan here blowing air. Look at this awesome picture I drew. And if the selling pressure is, trying to sell and the wind is kind of holding it up, the selling pressure can just push through the wind. And that's why it falls really quick and nastily when that happens, because it means there's a lot of selling. It shouldn't on normal days fight off the wind, because there's just not a lot of bearishness in this market for that to happen. the market was rotating a little bit, and then the selling pressure triggered a bunch of stops, and the market got a little crazy volatile. But now the volatility has died back down, and we're back on the normal side of the market. For this to speed up a second time and a third time to go lower, I'd be very confused if that happened again. But any amount of selling can turn the market over. So I think a lot of people are stuck in the idea that somebody tells you there's like a master algorithm and that the market runs a certain way and you can predict it every time. There's a lot of like guru course sellers online, system sellers, algorithmic system sellers, this and that have like shapes and patterns on the chart, and they're like, this thing works all the time, it should predict the market. And I gotta tell you, our premise is the market's unpredictable, but I know volume isn't, and I'll take a stab every time at volume. This didn't work. This, technically, if I held for a split second, I'd still be in that first trade, but I just kind of wussed out on that candle, and then I got faked out twice, but I'm not too scared to get back in. So the trick is you're just not a wuss to get back in. Hopefully you guys understand that concept. Don't be a wuss, right? And now I'm green across the fucking board. Well, almost on this account. So it's the don't be a wuss philosophy, right? Why is there a fan there? It's blowing the market higher. It's called the don't be a wuss philosophy. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I'm back in. I took the stab, took the stab, took the stab, and now let's make it. Let's get her going. Hang in there. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. Let's get all the way back up to here. The fan is, we call it the liquidity liquidity pocket. So hopefully, fingers crossed, liquidity pocket is here. A liquidity pocket is just like a sink of buyers. Liquidity pockets, liquid markets do not crash unless there's a reason for them to. Liquidity pocket just means there are buyers all in here. And that's what we're betting on. The pivots are here and here, the edges of the pivots, but there's buyers all throughout this range. So you losing liquidity pocket is like the rarest of the rare. To be bullish and to end up bearish would require everybody becoming bearish today. A little bit of extra stop squeezes push the market lower, but liquid markets do not crash. We teach you guys that in the Commitment Traders class, and that it takes an event to break through the liquidity, even overshooting a little bit. So fingers crossed that we hang in there. Can I draw a bull there? This looks very like Looney Tunes bull. Look how good I am at drawing. This bull has a mohawk because he likes punk rock. And a nose ring. He's just sitting there like casual. You look over at him and he's like, yo, what's up? You mean today there's any news bringing randoms to the market? No, there's no news, nothing. But you ask a lot, like, why is this pivot happening? Why is this pivot happening? Or why is this thing breaking? You ask it a lot. You do. And in the bootcamp, you ask it a lot too. I'm making sure everybody understands the market is random and unpredictable. You can predict where volume will be every time. I know volume will be here, volume will be here, but at least I'm only taking a bet here and taking a bet here. I'm kind of avoiding the middle area, and I'm right or wrong just as much as any trader, but the fact that I'm right and wrong from the right place is what makes me a winning trader rather than a losing trader. Picking the right spot to trade from is the key to doing this for a living. Fund X is up $5,000 because I held through that. I closed out on my Tradeify because I got in first. My Fund X I started adding down here at the bottom. Those are all close to profit, so I closed that close to consistency profit, so I closed those out. Looking pretty solid here. All right, let's give me another wave up. No selling, please. No selling today, guys. Come on, no selling. Give me another wave up. VIX has barely budged. This is a rotation day. S&P was the winner for the most part today. Jesus. What the heck? 1 second. I got here. Bulls on bottom. Let me add to the position now on that next bounce. I could just add to it now if I wanted to. Yep. I'll add risk to it. Cave painting skills on point. Like, a greater civilization will come here after the end of the world and see my cave paintings and try to figure out what was society like in the past. Apparently they had talking animals. This looks like a potato radiating energy on a stick. This looks like a pine cone. What are these scribbles here? Man, it'd be so great to get right back up to blue, though. Oh. TP monthly hedge? No. If we touch monthly hedge, we're back above it. No. No take profit. This is Arby's trade. You have bull breaks, so they're all recoveries. So the example is everything's bullish. Okay, so monthly hedge good. Monthly res good. So we opened above here. We should likely stay above here. So break, break, break. I don't normally trade to next pivot and wuss out as long as conditions are good. There's no news. There's no craziness. So it's like Arby's trade. When you recover bull's side, I bet all the way back to the top. That's the trade. Now, safely, one could, again, if afraid of the odds and afraid of, like, if I were long and I'm like, let me just make something, then I could take out the next pivot, but I'm also robbing myself because I'm taking a stab EST, EST, EST. So therefore I need to take a stab, EST, EST, EST. It does hurt to have this happen, and then that happen, and I fail a third or fourth time. But I do like to take the odds trade all the way back up to the top on bull reclaims. Only on reclaims, not on breaks. You understand the difference, right? If we open down in here, I'm not holding all the way through it. Breaking is a different story of claiming. Like claiming is the thing I like to hold through. So if we reclaim the bull pivot, I'll hang on and pick up that wave back to there. How long have I been trading? 15 years. So even though I could be wrong, right? You don't know if I'm right or wrong on this market. The idea is I'm right or wrong from the right place. That's all that matters. So liquidity pocket is just a pocket of buyers. That's all that it is. It's hedging that creates the buying opportunity, like sold calls and such create longing from market makers, plus just active bulls inside of here. Liquid markets don't crash. It's like a fan that pushes markets out on the liquidity pocket itself. You can see on NASDAQ, it's pretty simple. LPs are pretty much one of my favorite setups, if not my favorite setup. LP is right here. This text is covering up, but it's a long from zone to zone. And then bull zone bottom itself is a support as well. So zone to zone is the trade. And once the zone bottom is support, we're back to where we needed to be. 90% of days should close above here. And again, I bet on the statistics of things. We should be good. It looks like my trades are taking off. I love it. I love it a lot. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on, break that high, break that range high. Let's go back to MHP. 140 if I get all the way back up to the top. There's a rotation day out of tech, back to the normal things. And as we know, when I showed earlier, most of the major tech stocks had hedge pressure supports where we were sitting. NVIDIA has support a little bit lower. Apple had support right there at the open. Amazon had bull zone support right there. There's a little wave of selling pressure here, so we keep your eyes peeled. We don't sell off again. Amazon, Microsoft, MHP fell to hedge back to MHP. Microsoft is back to that reclaim area. Meta is bull zone bottom support. So all the stocks basically when we rotated fell to those edges and held up. So it wasn't really a bear sell-off. It was more just sector rotation. And we see that happen a lot of times in bull markets. People are getting out of one thing, moving into the other. So the market dips for a little bit, then pulls right back up to start. The easiest way to identify sector rotation is when you see a couple of sectors are red, tech and comms, NASDAQ plunged, everything else is green. People are selling this and buying this, and ultimately at the end of the day, everything remains bullish and we should be good. A lot of bull markets will have rotation as a big core of how they move. And so you just take long dips. You're not betting on a bear market or anything, not trying to short this or sell this off. Let the rotation happen, let the volatility to subside and get back in on the trade. All right, let me get rid of some of the caveman paintings here. The A+ setup still hanging in there every single time. A+ every single, I take them every single time. Can this be another winning day? Oh, it is a winning day. I'm like way green right now. That's good. Some of my accounts are still red, but most all of them are green. Which is good. This account P&L right now, this one is up $27. The one on the screen. So this one is crawled back from all the loss. Yeah, all the other ones are green. So we're doing good. You're up 10K since June. Thanks for the $50 donation. You're up 10K since June. I love you, man. Thank you, JY. Appreciate the dono to the stream. I'll turn that into, I'll regift that to the community and donate some boot camps to you guys. Thanks, buddy. Hang in there. Now the question is this a second wave of selling or not? VIX is not picking up, so should be okay, at least hopefully for now. Where is my... drawing tool? Oh, there it is. This is your technical retrace resistance. You see this all the time when there's selling pressure at the halfway point, I believe. At the halfway point. Oh wait, no, halfway point is not achieved yet. We're close. Okay. Halfway point just spanning right there at MHP. All right, you guys ready to do my funded futures giveaway? Hold up. Hang in there, boss. Somebody said, ask a question. You understand how that is break even? You took the same trades with the same sizing and still down. I don't know how that happens. The same fills too. No, you didn't. It's impossible. I'm trading 10 seconds in the future, and you shouldn't be copying my trades. Number two. Please don't copy. Please don't watch a YouTube to follow somebody's trades and trade the same trades they're doing. That's idiotic. Please don't do that. Because you'll never be at the same place I am. I'm trading in the future. I'm trading in the past when you're watching me, by the way. Because there's a delay on the stream. There's no way you'll get the same fills. But also don't gamble your money based on some stranger on the internet. That's we brought back the R word for that reason. We'll play a little bit of Hangman. Okay. Okay, fill in the blanks. Jesus Christ. Please, please don't fucking risk your money on what a stranger on the internet does, bro. Like, literally. Don't. This is not what the stream is for. Mods, next person that's caught copy trading me, can you ban them from chat permanently? Please. We don't really endorse that here. Nothing personal against you. But for your own good, dude. This is not what the stream is about. Tradeify, we already had it. First pullback here. Hopefully we hold this. And I said break even-ish. I didn't say this account was down like basically like $100. Now we're hitting the A+ one more time. Hold this, hold this, hold this. I was excited to see this move a second time. Yeah, no, honestly, the answer is I'm trading in the past because there's a delay on the stream, obviously. Second thing is you're not in the exact same setups I am because I'm in earlier than you and I have different position sizes likely. And unless you're doing exactly the same thing, exactly the same time, we'll be off by $1,000. With the position size of 2, every second or 2 seconds of difference could be $300 or $400 a trade. So, yeah, well, that I know that's on them, but then the commentary is like, I tried to copy trade you. I don't have the same results you do. That's because copy trading by following somebody 10 seconds in the past is going to do that. That's kind of the whole point of it. All right, let's do MFF, guys. I just hate the idea that people are like, I'm here to get free money. This guy makes money. Let me copy what he does and makes money. And then let me, you know, let me complain that it's not working for me. Like, what? The concept is silly. You can't copy what people are doing. It doesn't even work. Unless you are making exactly the same trade, exactly the same time. It's never going to be exactly the same even so. But copy trading is a bannable offense. It's on our terms and conditions in our community. So just teaching you guys, you ought to know that. The mods are instructed to not only ban you, but revoke your license to our software if you're caught copy trading, or you mention copy trading, or you say you're copying what I'm doing, or I took the trade because Matt took the trade. They actually are instructed to ban you for legality reasons. We can't endorse investment advice. So as a trading platform, we have to be held to high standards. If you guys think I'm being kind of a dickhead, I'm kind of doing it because of the watchdogs, you know. As a trading platform with exchange agreements, I have to criticize you for doing that. That way they know I'm doing my job. I'm not usually this mean, but we have to rebuke you for your actions and punish you for them. MFFU, MFFU. Miss a dip. You should never copy anybody doing, as a rule of thumb. But I know 90% of people don't want to learn trading and they just want to watch somebody and copy what they do. But that's your risk to take. But if you want to know why it's different, it's because it will always be different. We're not making exactly the same entries. And so as a principle of the matter, the institution of copying somebody's trades is a failed mindset. It will fail because you can't get in and out at the same time they do. I'm not just making fun of you too hard. I got to make fun of you enough so that the watchdogs from the regulatories look at me and say, oh, this guy's doing his job. So I got to talk a little shit when you guys say you're doing it. Don't take it personal. This is Wall Street. It ain't Sesame Street. All right, let's go. I'm gonna hold your hands, make you feel good. All right. They watch, man. They watch to make sure we're telling you the right things. My funded futures. No music, no song, no theatrics. Just giveaway. Copy trade all the time. That's all right. You guys have your own motives and methods. Fucking market jumping around. Walker Hound, you are the proud winner of a My Funded Future something account. Which one do I want to give away? How about a 50K starter? Type something in chat. Say your hello to Slacks in our Discord. You are the winner of that. And then maybe we'll do one more in about 30 minutes as well. We'll just keep doing them all day to celebrate My Funded Futures having its biggest streams ever on My Funded TV. That stream was getting 3,000 views a day. And when we joined, it's getting 7,000. So I really appreciate you guys. Obviously, my new job. It's been a long time since I've had a job. This is my first job I've had in a while. A salary job. It feels so crazy having a boss and working for somebody again. Didn't think that would ever happen, but it's kind of cool because I'm also a boss and I have a bunch of people work for me in 2 different companies that I run. So it's kind of neat to give orders in one half of the day and take orders the other half of the day. I really appreciate you guys supporting me in my new job. Kind of nice. At least I still don't have to wear pants though. They can't make me do that. But jokes aside, I really appreciate you guys supporting me over there. You know, they approached me and said, you know, we love your content. We think you are the perfect person to lead our afternoon stream and our morning stream. But I know that you are busy in the mornings with your own stream, so it probably won't work. But we have an idea because they wanted me to lead the show, the whole show, like the lead guy to lead the show in the mornings all day. And I was like, I can't do that. And Tradeify asked me to do the same thing. And both of them, very good friends with both of those guys, leaders of both those companies I know. And they were both the same approach. We're kind of like, you know, we know that you're doing your morning stream. You probably will always be doing that. So the answer's probably no. But we'd offer it to you anyways. And I was like, oh, that'd be so cool to lead a Prop Firms TV show. Because it's different than just live streaming to you guys. Like when you host a show, it's different. And very few people kind of have the ability to host. I didn't know if I'd be able to do it either, because hosting is not just like, streaming is like me just educating, like it's the Matt show. Like I can just talk and you guys listen. But host is like you're interacting with somebody else and like having them teach and asking them questions and prompting them. And it's a whole different skill set. I didn't know if I would be good at it. Because it's not just like me just talking to myself and there's 2 other people on the panel just hanging out with me while I chat and educate the group. You can't really do that in a panel setting. A panel setting is more like witty banter and, you know, pinging each other to talk and chatting with each other and chatting with the audience at the same time. But I was like, maybe I'll be good at it. It's a very different kind of skill set to host a TV show rather than be a star on a TV show. And so I couldn't take it because of the morning stream, but it was offered to me, which has been kind of cool. But then they go, My Funded was like, we have an idea though. We want you to run the afternoon and want you to build the program. And I said, well, I bet you if you let me run the afternoon, you know, I can double your show size within a month. And they were like, we think you can. That's why we asked it to you. So I want to thank you guys for hitting our goal of doubling the stream size within the first 2 days. That's really what I was trying to say. I told them I'd do it in a month. You guys did it in 2 days. So thank you. The stream is now getting twice as many views per day. And I really appreciate you guys from supporting us over there. They're very, very, very thankful. And because of that, they're blessing our stream with all kind of giveaways and all kind of extra accounts to give away and giving you guys tons of giveaways on their stream as a thank you. Really cool. Yeah, like you guys are like the best community ever. That's why I love you guys. Even though I talk shit to y'all sometimes. Don't copy trade. I have to kind of be mean about it. The regulators like it when you're mean about it. As a trading platform, I have very strict rules that, especially the CME group has like the strictest rules. They give you, like, you know, when you have data licenses and stuff and exchange licenses, they're like, you know, when I did my CQG, for instance, and I got all my licenses from all the futures exchanges, they were all like, so is this software for algorithmic trading? And I'm like, nope. And they're like, are you sure? Like, it's not automatically placing trades for people? I'm like, yes, I'm sure. The questionnaire is like, are you really sure? As in, the mouse moves to the button and the user physically clicks the mouse and they enter the trade. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Sounds like they've gone through a lot of debates with people who were skirting the rules. That's why they had to ask, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because they really don't want you using CQG data, like CQG's like API, to create automated trading platform to automate trades for people with the current data, you know, provisions we have. So it was like they charge you a whole lot more if you do algorithmic auto trading and stuff. But basically, they're very strict. And so the compliance standard is very high. I'm different than the average person you'll see on YouTube because they're all just traders. They're all customers. I'm a provider. I'm at the level of a Tradeify. I'm a trading platform with exchange agreements with the NYSE, ICE, NASDAQ, Opera. So they all have their own standards, like this rules, this rule, this rule. You can do this, you can do this, you can't do this, can't do this. So boot camp has leveled up your trading so much. Dude, I'm so glad to hear it, man. Can you be my Ed McMahon? Oh, that'd be cool. A sidekick. But yeah, so it's really like, yeah, you guys showing up to My Funded Futures really makes me look good over there. It also really makes them look good. I mean, they're a quality program. They've always done well by the community. They're not really known for shenanigans or denying payouts or any craziness. Them and Tradeify would have both were great options. And Tradeify didn't have an afternoon stream, so I joined Team My Funded. I support both of them equally. They're both amazing prop firms, you know. They both have good shows. But obviously, like, we were the tipping point as to which show is better. And My Funded Futures got twice as big as Tradeify because of you guys, which is really awesome. And we really appreciate that. So excited to be part of the team. And I haven't had a job in a while. Just kind of the joke around the house, you know. iDoc sometimes goes, have a good day at work, honey. Thanks, dear. All right. Why are we not picking up momentum at bull zone bottom again? Don't get crazier. VIX is not really moving that much, but we'll see. I don't like that it's stalling, but it's still okay stalling in a liquid area. My trade is still positive. At least the second trade is. VIX is not doing much. Let's see what S&P is doing. S&P did return to highs today. which is incredible to see the S&P doing that. Nasdaq just hasn't moved much, and Nasdaq was where all that selling pressure came from. They are completely diverging from each other. All the S&P stocks are moving pretty quick. So the problem that I'm concerned with right now is that the S&P went to highs and Nasdaq's still sitting at lows. People haven't rotated back into tech. So Nasdaq may not be getting any love today. That's the crummy part. We might get another big sell pressure here. Second wave. It's a bunch of BS if we don't get any movement here. No volatility though, but volatility is all based on the S&P, not on NASDAQ. So VIX is based on SPX options. Hang in there. So when you see me on my stream, I always split my trades, my risk up as well. I'm never just trading everything at one pivot. Like today, I longed, as you guys watched on this stream, I was just longing with this account, longing with this account. And as we're falling through my pivots, I'm building positions in my other accounts, right? And some of my accounts, I'm trying to make 1,500 bucks. Some of them I'm trying to make 1,000. Some of them I'm trying to make 2,000 for consistency. Some of them I got in and out because they just hit the profit target and we were good. I'm only like build one contract and one contract. I always try to build inside of here. So when I have my multiple accounts, I can trade here and here and here. Sorry, here and here as much as I can. When I overshoot right near my stop, I may be exiting a trade with one account, but entering a trade on another. I do that all the time when I have 40 points to play with. In this particular, I have 80 points to play with. So one account stops right here, can fall to there, but then one account I can buy here and work a position off of that too. That's the best part about the whole prop game is you can split your risk up as much as you can. Some of the accounts are going to be taking more heat than others. That's just part of it. I don't like that it's picking up a second wave here though. This was awesome to see, but yeah. Hang in there. All right. Universe handed us the second A+. Fingers crossed. Fingers are crossed. Please no more selling. Please no more selling. We want a good day today. We want a good day today. I think people are just dumping tech so they can fly up into utilities, discretionary, and all the other stuff that's rallying up. And I'm sorry, materials, not utilities. Healthcare is okay because healthcare is a big part of the NASDAQ as well. Healthcare is probably the biggest performing sector today. But tech is dying, telecom's dying, so this is stupid. NASDAQ, you suck. All right, let me trim back down to 1 in case I have to take another nosedive down to here. Boo! The 2 was great. However, it's like wave, wave, wave down. This ain't the best. Same shit as before. Same exact setup as before. It was holding, and now it's getting a little bit of selling pressure again. NASDAQ is stupid today. Why, oh why, oh why? Can't the NASDAQ be as good as the S&P? That's my only question. Why, oh why, oh why can't you be as good as the S&P today? Little midpoint drift here. Balls of steel, baby. Hang in there, EST. One more time. I don't want to jinx it. One more time. Draw the fan. The fan was what was doing it, right? Okay. These are the world's worst, like... That doesn't look like a fan. I'm never gonna be good at art. So we're gonna do boot camp giveaway. JY donated $50 to the stream. I'll donate $150 to the stream. Very cool. All right. How many people here have never taken our boot camp? One time. Can you type me in chat, ME, so I can see? Just count ME. Never taken our boot camp. All right. Okay. Congratulations. If your name is on this list, you get the boot camp for free. I don't feel like spinning the wheel 10 times, but yeah, so here you go. If your name is on this list, congratulations. You get to come to the boot camp for free. Thank you for donation, Ty. We got or say JY, thank you. Yeah, congrats. You get trained in day trading for free. First month free. I'll donate $150 to the stream. All right, all 10 of you, if you're on this list again. Tom, oh, awesome, my buddy. Yeah, so he's been wanting to do it, so he can do it for free, bud. We're kind of in the middle of it though, but you'll still gain something out of it. Tom, Rio, Wenzel, In Despair, Steve Gray, Bruce, Mao Powell, Jimmy, Jeremy B. The 10 of you guys, take a picture of your YouTube ID from your point of view that we see that it's really you. Go to my Discord, send my admin Slacks a message, and he'll hook you up with free boot camp. It's every day at market close. The fan is working. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The fan was working pretty good, right? All right, we need one more thing. We need the monkey paw song. Let's see if it's got any juice left in it. Would I advise you to wait until you start the next one? It's not starting until August. So you can wait until we start the next one to get started, but your clock starts ticking today for your free month. So chances are it might not catch up. Like, basically, you have to join today, but you don't have to start the classes today. You can watch the videos and get caught up today if all that you want, or you'll be waiting until August to start over, which would be like maybe the first or second week of August. Wait, you had one above T3? I don't know why the chat is not showing. Are you sure? I think on you guys' screens, it's different. Look, in the future, all that matters is my chat. So if you guys, like, honestly, here's the rule, okay? Chat has a central reference as my chat. If you guys see your chat, you're like, I was before this person, I was for that person. Maybe on your screen, I don't know if YouTube is showing us all the same chat feed, or just showing your chat the minute you enter, and then the latency shows me when you enter, and it's different from different perspectives. I don't know. But despite that, the rule is my picture is what counts. Whatever I see, that's the winner. Yeah. My friend of futures was Walker Hound. Walker Hound. The contest wasn't a type me first. The contest is if you're paying attention and active in chat, you're gonna win. That's why when I tell people hit the like, do this, I'm always dropping hints. You guys know my style is I'm gonna drop a hint. My hint is usually type something in chat, and so that way you guys are on your toes. You know it's coming. On my funded TV, it's the same thing. Should we go to the Kesha concert tonight? Wait, Kesha still tours? I mean, is there a whole different meaning to wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy? Now, is there like different context to this now? Like waking up slathered in baby oil? Tick tock, make it drop. DJ, wait, what's it go? Turn them speakers up. I mean, do you wake up every morning feeling like P. Diddy? She changed the lyrics to fuck Diddy now? Oh, really? Get your freak on. Whoa. I just had a brain fart. The Missy Elliott, go get your freak on. Go get your freak on. Is she like talking about the freak offs? Was that Missy Elliott? Illuminati confirmed. I knew it. Did he beat some of the, yeah, he beat some of the charges, didn't he? It's just a meme. I feel like when you're a rich Hollywood mogul and you hang out with other rich Hollywood moguls, you guys probably have freaky weird shit you do all the time. I feel like they're all that way. They all do weird stuff because they're bored and rich. And I didn't even pay any attention to any of the things that are going on the news. I don't even know what he was charged with. I care very little about that stuff. Even when I go to like my trivia team stuff and trivia, my pop culture knowledge and pop music knowledge is very minimal because I don't care about any of that stuff. I really don't. Was he charged with like abuse or something? What was it? I literally don't even remember. Prostitution charges? For real? Is that what it was? I was assuming with all the baby oil it was something related to like sexual assault or something. Like a Bill Cosby sort of thing. What were the actual charges? Human trafficking? Are you serious? Did he beat that? That's how little I paid attention. Really? Human trafficking charges, P. Diddy. Wow. I like caught the surface level of the news. I wasted 0 time of my life caring about this random nobody that I don't care about. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember. He had some really good songs in the 90s and he had a really hilarious cameo in a bunch of movies. Like he was in that one episode. He was Dr. Jinx in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Do you guys, if y'all watch Always Sunny, P. Diddy was the doctor that was spraying like plant fungus killer on Mac's arm. If you guys remember that, that was actually really funny. He had a good camera. And then he was in Get Him to the Greek. I remember that. Other than that, I don't even care about celebrity bullshit. That's outside of I care to invest time of my life, any time of my life into this zone. How you join the boot camp? If you go to Rocket Place, here's a link to it. Let me get to you. I love you guys. So stroke the furry wall. Oh yeah. Michael Jackson, innocent. I never thought Michael Jackson did anything wrong from what I remember as a kid. It's been a while, but if I remember, he was just like a kid that was denied his childhood because he was forced to grow up. And child stars are always weird because of that kind of shit. It's psychologically damaging you. So he was like in his 50s and just in his head, he was still 12 years old and 11 years old. So he wanted to like, I know it might sound weird to us as adults because we don't think like this, but you know, he just wanted to live his life and have a child, and he was a kid at heart. So he had like playground in his backyard and like had a heart for kids, just like, you know, like a kid himself. And so I always thought that was a little weird, but that also makes a lot of sense psychologically. I don't ever think Michael Jackson did anything wrong from when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like child stars are always fucked up upstairs. They don't have a normal childhood. I mean, look at Justin Bieber right now. He's completely fucking weird. But I think Michael Jackson just had a really kind heart and like never really like never really grew up. He was perpetually a 10-year-old in his head. He only shared his bed with kids. Well, and if you think about it, not that he like did anything to like inappropriate, you know, sexually with kids or whatever. You know, imagine when you're 10 years old, you probably have a slumber party with your 10-year-old buddies and you guys all just like eat popcorn and play Nintendo and shit. But I don't remember. It's been so long, but I remember when I was a kid, that was always like what people were talking about. Did he do anything inappropriate? From adult standards, it seems inappropriate to begin with, but did he actually do anything like illegally inappropriate? Hollywood's just full of weirdos. And at the end of the day, Hollywood just fucks you up in the head. And music industry fucks you up, and he was kind of fucked up in the head a little bit. EST whoosh. You would be weird too if Diddy raped you when you were 10. All right. Now the stream is taking a completely different turn. He was playing in strip clubs when he was like 7 years old. Dude, see what I'm saying? This kind of stuff is gonna like mess you up, man. That kind of shit will fuck you up. I'm telling you. All right, here we go. Everybody see the A+ with the fan that says whoosh? All right. Every single time. Corey Feldman is totally normal. Is he? I haven't really paid attention to Feldman in a while. So this account is down $500 still. I need to work this one back to normal. Hold through all the way up to blue. That's the trade that I had earlier. Hold through the blue. This account, one of my accounts can only make about $1,000 for consistency. So I can close that out right now. One of my accounts, 1,400. Get $300. I'll close that one out too. Drew Barrymore, I remember hearing that about her, drinking alcohol like 9, smoking weed at 10. Yeah, no, I know. It's like you love MJ, but like no way I'm letting your kids sleep in an adult's house randomly. No, I wouldn't either. No. Like, you know, like as a human, like a human that understands like the science of the human brain, like I understand why MJ's brain was like, he was stuck in his life as a 10-year-old. So his mentality was like, I'm 10 years old and I'm hanging out with my other 10-year-old friends. We're playing in my playground in the backyard. As an adult, yeah, that's weird, right? It's very weird. But as a psychologist, you'd say, well, that makes perfect sense. You know, he's a kid that never grew up. I get it. But am I gonna let my kids sleep in his bed? Oh, fuck no. No, he was weird. But again, that's my adult perspective. If I was a kid that was 10, I'd probably think that was cool. Be like, cool. Look at my rich, cool friend that has a playground, like a As they're saying, man, don't let your kids join the Hollywood scene. Hollywood will fuck your kids up in the head. So Kesha, back to the story. iDoc, you sent us on a whole tangent talking about P. Diddy and Kesha and MJ. Like, what the hell? So, question is, should we go see Kesha tonight? Wake up every morning feeling. Oh, does she say fuck P. Diddy now? Is that the lyric? Wake up every morning saying fuck P. Diddy. Is that what she says now? Don't stop, make it drop. DJ, turn them speakers up. Where's she playing at? I could dig some Kesha. It's been a while. But like all of Kesha's songs were like party songs in my 30s. Like we would basically just like every time we go to a club or go to a party, it was always like Kesha stuff. But I wouldn't let my kids sleep with any adult. No, fuck no. No, never. You kidding? Never, never, never. I would be like, oh yeah, my kid wants to hang out with MJ. That's cool. I will be there to supervise, and I'll be standing on the sides like watching. But yeah, I wouldn't let any adult near my kid. No, absolutely not. And my kid's at the age where he's like, you know, he's very self-autonomous, right? In the restaurant, he's like, I go to the bathroom, and then he like gets up and walks to the bathroom, and I always go with him to make sure nobody follows him in there, or none of those, you know, weirdo men that like to use women's bathrooms or women that like to use men's bathrooms or whatever follow him in there. He's always like, no, Dad, I got it. I'm like, no, you don't. This world is full of blue-haired, nose ring fucking weirdos that are girls that pretend to be guys and guys pretend to be girls. You're not going in there by yourself. The whole bathroom thing is different. Yeah. So should I go to Kesha? Woodlands? No. Nah, I don't want to go to the Woodlands. If she was playing like in town or something, yeah, but nah. He's like, Dad, I got it. I'm like, no, you don't. I'll be following you. I will be following you to the bathroom until you are old enough to carry a gun. So yeah, no. I go in there and I stand by the sink and I guard and I make sure he goes to the stall, goes in the stall. He doesn't use I don't let him use the urinal. I say, you go to the stall, you close the door. You need your privacy. You're a kid. He's like, you know, he's 7, so he's like, I'm a big man now. I'm a big, you know, he's like, I'm an adult now. He's that adult mentality. I can do everything now. But you know, obviously at that age, still naive to how fucked up the world really is. He always wants to object, and I'm like, nope, I'm coming with you. Always gonna be that way. He's gonna be 16 years old with his friends. Like, no, I'm coming with you. I'm gonna guard the door, bro. Yeah. Gotta love Texas. That's what I'm talking about. Can we get some love? Market, can we move up? Come on. This is the pivot we tapped. We lost this. We retapped. This is the first fight we're going to see. Hopefully we'll be all right there. Nah, dude. I might seem like a mild, nerdy guy on stream. I talk about math all the time. But and in real life, I'm pretty fucking crazy about that kind of stuff. Like about anything, like honestly, like I am the world's least wussy of a person. I'm very aggressive and I will fuck someone up if they ever cross me or my family. 100%. I'm not a beta male. So I guard the bathroom and make sure weirdos don't walk in there with them. You started deer hunting at 8. Should be close holding a gun. Definitely nerdy, but I love it. All right, let's hit that MP and hold. Reclaims I like to hold through, so let's see if we get it. We're taking those profits. Yeah, trading the next pivot is one thing. It's gonna be like another hour before it moves, so we'll see. We'll see if we get something out of it. EST every single time. Tyler, that's hilarious. People just don't understand you're transitioning. That's okay. That's okay. Tyler's transitioning, which I heard he told me all about it. Tyler's a man and he's going to get surgery to add a second dick because that's how much of a man he is. Tyler's going to walk around with 2 dicks now. That's like double man. But still weirdly just 2 balls. He's not adding 2 extra balls just because there's too much going on. He's like, 1 dick, it's not man enough. I want 2. Just the tip. Imagining like somebody just surgically adds a second. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. It'd be too much with like a second set of balls would be way too much. Wake up in the morning feeling like Tyler. Oh, that's funny. It's like you're transitioning, yeah, into more man. Damn, bro. That's awesome. That's the coolest transition I've ever heard of. Double man. He's like, appreciate the love, chat, on my journey. I will be the manliest man that there ever was. Brother. Solidarity, brother. He's starting the new 2D movement. Hashtag 2D. It's called DD band. It's not called the double dick band. So my trading strategy of the whoosh fan. Hopefully you guys understand the whoosh fan. Whoosh fan unite. Hit that orange a second time. Please don't close below MHP today. Come on, hang above it. Get the pop. Hold on. You know what I need to do though? Let's move the... I didn't even think about it. Let's put the whoosh fan there. It's too far away. All right. Now the whoosh fan now it's going to work. Okay, watch. Hold on. Now it's going to work. The whoosh... I didn't realize. You guys didn't tell me the whoosh fan was like way too far away. What time do I look for when I come to big... Wait, what time do I look for when it comes to big pushes? Hey, thanks for the donation, Nola Lifestyle. Can you type your question again? What time do I look for when it comes to big pushes? Like what time of the day or like what time frame of candle? Can you explain? Thanks for the $5 donation. Appreciate that. There you go. See, I forgot, guys. It was like too far away down here. And let's move it right here. Now the market can move. Let's whoosh it up. Where's your 3 taps? Today was today a 3 tap day? Let's see. Let's see if we got a 3 tap day. Oh, it works. I got the 3rd tap. Oh heavens to Betsy. 3 taps, it works. It's a 3 tap day. I'm a 3 tap kind of guy. I tap it 3 times. I got that kind of stamina. Eat a lot of blue chews. That's for sure. This battery powered fan. Plug it in. Battery should be dead. So to answer your question, 504 NOLA for life. Can you rephrase your question, buddy? Like how 8:30 when the market opens? Oh, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. Hey OC, welcome, man. Commander Squad, appreciate the joining of the community. Thanks for the sub, buddy. Hold on. The opening moves are pretty strong right at 9:30 Eastern. For the bigger pushes, usually happen within the first hour of the day. The US stock market opens. Come on, Whoosh fan. Ready? Let's move it closer. Ready? We draw some more lines. Let's put a couple more in there. Go on, ready? So, right, another bull day like yesterday where the market just kind of flushed out and then kind of recovered a little bit. This is sector cycling. So the question here is that, are we going to cycle back into tech? And it's not looking like we are. And I'm kind of bored with this setup. But the A plus from here to here is like a second tandem trade for another 40 bucks. I'm willing to hold through it just to see if we get something good on it. What about 10:30 or 3:30 as an example? Yeah, so another big push usually happens. Essentially, the first 2 hours of the day is about it. Then you get closer to like European close. And then once European markets close, which is about now-ish, always get daylight savings time wrong. But European markets close 10:30 my time. Daylight savings time, it changes an hour. Essentially, in that moment, you got European close and American open all overlapping. And the market tends to stay flat throughout the day unless there's news. And then in the last 2 hours of the day, which is 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, there's a second wave of movement towards that part of the day. The last 10 minutes of the US market, there's a big push as the market goes into close. It's called the MOC, which is 10 minutes before market closes, which is 3:50 Eastern. And then basically whatever news is on the calendar. So it's different times. A lot of the pre-market news is an hour before market opens. A lot of the morning news is within an hour of market opening. And then occasionally we'll have news events like FOMC stuff happening right after lunch. Heather, what's up, lady? Welcome to Heather Lady. Welcome to the Rocket Cadet School. Appreciate that. Rocket Commander, Rocket Cadet. 2 different tiers there. So that's tier 1 and tier 2 membership. Appreciate you guys. Get your nice screen chat and channel. Thanks for supporting the stream. Love that. Get that push here. Let's go. Whoosh fan, finally listening to me. Whoosh. This account's now only down 200 bucks. It's the only one I'm working on. All the other accounts are green. Whoosh fan, whoosh. Whoosh it up. Whoosh. Heather just joined Lifetime yesterday. Awesome, Heather. Awesome. Welcome to the community. And I hope you like your journey with Lifetime. Nope. The whoosh fan says up. Come on. A plus setup, monthly hedge pusher. Gamma exposure levels are a big part of our trading strategy. Apart from the comedy on stream, what we're looking at is a liquidity pocket between a bull and bear zone is a buffer of a mix of buyers and sellers, but mostly buyers down here at the bottom. It's liquid, and the market does usually have enough buyers to offset most sellers. Liquidity pockets tend to hold the market almost 90% of the time for the most part. Hedge pressure is a monthly gamma exposure maximum. I'm sorry, gamma exposure maximum monthly options. And so hedge pressure monthly is a high volume pivot. When you approach it, there's always a little bit of volume because of hedging. When you get that, essentially the net sum of hedging is order flow. It's predictable order flow. And hedge pressure above it, the order flow is slightly more bullish than bearish. Below it, it's slightly more bearish and bullish. So it's like whenever it's, you can think of it like if you turn your head sideways, it's kind of like a skateboard quarter pipe. Okay, like on both sides. Gamma is just a little funky looking Y like this. If price is moving like, and this is the level, let's just call this MHP, okay? The higher up you go, the harder it is to break through it. And you kind of roll back down. You roll a ball up, it kind of rolls back down. You roll it up, it rolls back down. But if you roll it up just hard enough, it can land on the other side and then it's stuck there for a while until it has a counter pressure that's hard enough to pop it back to the other side. So again, the ball is rolling up and coming down and rolling up and coming down and rolling up and coming down. And then now the pressure was hard enough to push it to the other side. And now it's on the other side, ball rolling and holding and rolling and holding and rolling and holding. It's the way that the algorithms are designed to long and short against sold options. And the net sum of everybody's kind of maximum, the maximization of everyone's activity takes place at that one spot. So this is like the make or break pivot for the day. If this market's crashing or not, it's literally here. And I put the whoosh fan here to give us some good luck. To see if we hold. A plus setup is for me too long at this pivot like I was looking at this morning. We fell through, we reclaimed. Hopefully this holds. And we'll see if that works. Is gamma the trend? Think of gamma as a fan. Above the fan, above the line, the fan pushes up. Below the line, the fan pushes down. So you can think of monthly hedge pressure as a net resistance on both sides, like a magnet that pushes away from it, no matter what side you're on. If the natural buying is enough to push us on this side, the hedging is flowing this way. So imagine there's two fans. Like let's draw two different fans here. Like in reality, hedge pressure is like this. And then there's a fan here that's like, and you can look at it as like, you throw a ping pong ball into this side, then it's likely to catch that drift of wind. But if you start pushing that ping pong down, pushing that ping pong down, and pushing that ping pong to here, then it catches that drift of wind and pushing it that way. So it's like pushing away from itself in both directions. And that's really what happens. And you're gauging here what's happening with the order flow by looking at the volume, and you're looking to see what happens once that algorithmic volume starts to subside. Which side of the line are we on? And so now that we've reclaimed the level we started at, 90% a day should close above here. 80% a day should close above here. So hopefully positive res in the S&P. Hopefully we get some movement to push the market higher. Heather paying it forward with 4 boot camps. Thank you, Heather. Appreciate that. Dang, we've given away more boot camps this month than we ever had before. I gave away 20 today. Heather's doing 4. That's 24. 120, 38, 42. We have given away 142 free seats to the boot camp this time around. Wow, thank you, Heather. 1 free boot camp end of last week. So grateful, found a new perspective on trading. Want to bless and bring another along with the opportunity. We'll bring another 4. So I'll donate $60 myself to the company and give out 3 boot camps as well. Thank you, Heather. Really appreciate that. Ooh, baby. Let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Okay. All right. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. If you're not already in the boot camp and you're not already a member, Rocket Scooter platform users get this for free already. If you're already in the boot camp, you don't count. Type in free class if you'd like to enter. Heather, really awesome. Hopefully you're having a good time in the classes in the boot camp. How are you determining these lines? It's based on range or volume. It's based on options, Mason. So an option, if somebody buys an option, right? It's a right to buy stock or sell stock at a price. Say that I buy a call option, right? If I buy a call and I buy a call, let's pretend I bought a call exactly here, okay? And if price is anywhere below that line, the call ultimately will become worthless by the time it expires. But if price is above this line, then that call has value because I can still buy it from here and flip the trade and sell it at that price and make money. So the call value goes up the further you go towards the actual strike price, right? Now, not everybody, so the perspective of the person that sold the call to me might have to sell me 100 shares if I decide to exercise at any point in time. So any point in time, prices above the level, I can call that option. I can exercise it, and then I get assigned 100 shares from the call seller. They need to have 100 shares in their pocket. If they don't already have 100 shares in their pocket, then they have to go get them at exactly that high price and buy it there at market price, and then sell it to me here, and they lose the money. So what call sellers don't do is have full exposure to that kind of risk. Is call sellers will actually buy shares incrementally along the way at a rate of what's called delta. And delta will tell you that it's a fraction between 0 and 1. The delta, I'll just do it this way, 0 and 1. And as you get closer to price, delta's half at exactly the strike level. And as you get closer to price, delta changes much faster. Actually, forget the zeros here, 0.10. And then it gets like really tight here, 70, etc., 80. So all the way up to like 1 and 0. So as price is moving higher and higher and higher and gets closer to that contract's strike price, the delta change of 10 increments is faster. So delta usually imagine this is the number of shares of the total 100 somebody's going to have to buy because the call option is worth 100 shares. So as price is moving up, like in a straight line through that strike distance, the person that sold the option will buy 10 shares of the stock, then 10 more, and then 10 more, and then 10 more, then 10 more, then 10 more, then 10 more. And very close to where that option is, they're going to have the most amount of buying. They're going to buy a whole lot of shares right at the money. And so gamma is the space between these being the smallest, the gamma is the highest. Basically what it is when it's compressed together like this, where it's like you get closer to the money, the increment of how far you have to move to get another 10 shares bought is gamma. Gamma is the faster rate of change of delta. And so the change of delta is the fastest at the money. So gamma is where it's all clustered together like that. So gamma is a fancy word of saying the maximum amount of delta hedging. Somebody will buy 10 shares here and then maybe 10 there and then maybe 10 there. But then here it's like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, a lot of buying pressure at the maximum gamma exposure. And so people that teach gamma exposure don't even know what it is. They're just a bunch of copycat shit out there. The fancy explanation of what gamma exposure is if you can assume that the person that sold the option and every option has that same kind of thing that's happening. Every strike, every expiration has this thing that's happening all throughout. And they're going to be basically modifying how much they're hedging based on time and volatility and other factors. Charm, Vanna, people talk about this all the time. The idea is when you look at every option that exists and you look at every single balancing point, all of that math lines up, all that maximum gamma, the maximum order flow, puts, calls, all of that lines up at exactly this level. So it's the maximum amount of delta hedging across the board. And what we look at is that above this level, the net sum of all hedging of all options at all times is more bullish than bearish. More longs than shorts should be happening here. Down here, more shorts than longs. So the fan is blowing away from it here. And when you're down here, the fan is blowing it down. So it's like a twofold push pressure like this. And that's really what it is. So maximum gamma exposure is maximum order flow due to hedging. So at our level, the reason our levels are so good is because we can isolate. Not all options are important. We don't use every option. We only use option that our algorithm determines belongs to a market maker with somebody that will be hedging. Not every option is considered. We have to make sure that every option that is utilized for this is likely an option that's likely to be hedged. It's likely to contribute to the volume. So our algorithm is pretty good because the level always produces a volume spike, which shows that we've kind of isolated the majority of dealer options. A dealer will be hedging their position in neutral, so they will be fully delta hedging and full Greek hedging, actually. So I explained index divergence. Index divergence, by our definition, the slide over here, has to do when one resilience is positive and one is negative by a factor of 10. So if this is greater than 10 and this is less than negative 10, index divergence light will go on to alert you to sector cycling. S&P is very bullish. Resilience is 11. Nasdaq is minus 18. So the parameters of what triggered this light to be red is one is above 10 as one is below minus 10. Or if they're both positive or both negative, there's a difference of 20. The light will flag yellow. Can I move the fan higher? I fucking love you, Mochi. I got you, bro. Yes, my bad. I'm sorry for taking the fan away. I'll move it a little higher. This should work. This is a legit trading strategy, guys. Legit. I'm not lying. This account is finally green now. For the person that was copying my trade earlier, it took a while. I stopped out of 2 again because I was a little bit of a wuss on this one, but this account's finally green and up 60 bucks. Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Mochi. I only waited for A+ setups. My funded futures account is up $2,700. My funded X are up 5,000 and my Tradeifys are up 6,000. And this is the one that's flat. So you guys got to watch the one account taking the biggest beating today. Sometimes that's it. I usually try to make this account my first entry. So this is the one that took the biggest heat. This is the one that's fighting its way back. All right, let me move the fan up a little bit higher. Okay, let's go. We've created an impact red line. You guys have taken that class here. Here's how I'm gonna put the fan back. This is helping, right? Get to blue, baby. Ronan, take our boot camp, dude. Thank you for your donation, Heather. Really appreciate that. All right, the 4 of you guys are winning the boot camp today. Jeff Garland. We do it every day at market close. You can also watch the videos without being there at market close. There's currently 350 people in this boot camp. So we've given away how many? 142 seats. Well, 138. This will be 142. Should I draw 2 fans? Jeff Garland, type something in chat. What if I made... What if instead of this, as my chemical engineering side of me tells me that I should make the air hotter to create some buoyancy effects. So let's make it red. Like a hot air balloon. Rocket scooter, go to. But see, here's the thing though. A fan has no ability to heat without a power source. So let's go ahead and put a little battery here, battery power. And that battery is going to heat up an intake unit. Actually, it's going to provide a heating coil. This is a natural gas powered heating coil. So let's fuck battery. We'll do nat gas, also cheaper. And so we'll do an intake. And what we'll do is we'll like a supercharger. What we'll do is we'll take the exhaust and we'll route it right back into the intake for more efficiency. All right, that should be better. Is it too hot? How's it blowing for without power? That's the real question. I forgot to plug it in. My bad. Hold on. I'm gonna plug the fan in. Oh, silly me. Let's ground that outlet. Man. Ready? I'm going to plug it in. This is the animation of me plugging it in. Okay. Snap. I've now plugged it in. Okay, so now we have a recirculating heater to make it more efficient with natural gas powered heating coil on the intake to heat the air as it pulls through the fan. Very efficient machine I designed here, but I forgot to plug it in. So now we've plugged it in. So let's see if it works. What should we get from here? Is Funder Pro legit? I've never heard of them. So Funder Pro. It just says get funded with 200K today. Sign up. They don't even have a website that I can look at. Is that the login? Hold on. Where's the main site? Okay, here we go. I don't know anything about it, but not that I'm not endorsing this. I'm just looking at it. Show me, look it up. I'm already getting fast track vibes from this. What's with the race car themes all the time, guys? I don't know anything about them. So I can't say yes or no. I usually like to look at FAQ. I want to know who the owners are. Dude, a lot of these prop firms are owned by weird or shady people. I hate when they don't tell you who they are about us. Let's take a look. I don't trust any prop firm that I don't know who the owners are. So the answer is I don't know. There's a million prop firms out there. No trailing drawdown. I mean, the rules are good. I don't know anything about it. Compare all features. Let me see what they got. We have a 1-step program, a 2-step program, profit target drawdown. This is all Forex stuff though. This is CFDs, I think. It's not futures. Doesn't look like it's futures. So I don't know if you can even use that here. To answer your question, it doesn't I don't think it's a futures firm. Yeah, looks like FX. So I have no comment. You can't trade that in the US anyways. Is my machine working? Come on. Fan can't get through the browser? My bad. Come on. I plugged it in. Maybe this fan was just like working on magic power, because when it wasn't plugged in, it was working much better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the power to the fan with scissors. And now that the power's been cut, we'll see. Maybe the fan was just working on magic power, and that the so here is this, and the wires are now, you know, zip, zip, zip. Okay, so what we've done now is we'll get back to the original fan, the one that was powered by fairy dust and magic. So now I've severed the fan cord. So now the fan is strictly being powered by wishes and candy and unicorn dust. So we'll see what happens. This was hilarious. Okay, let's get back to showing the chart. All right. Bye-bye, Whoosh fan. S&P resilience is positive, looking good. The second entry point, the question is, do I hang on to the long here? Monthly reses are positive, so we should be supporting this. Now again, if it starts oscillating and we lose that again, I'm just gonna be bad mood day. If we lose this and it falls right back down to that same area, that would just be like questionable. I did long from here to here, and that's why I said I always hold through the pass through on this. A little bit of selling pressure coming through. This is a wave number 2. If there's additional selling, this is the time we need to inspect the stocks. Make sure stocks are kind of still have room to move. We're not hitting any resistances. Nvidia's okay. Apple's okay. Amazon still has a little bit of room to move. Microsoft definitely has room to move. Microsoft's at MHP. Meta has MHP. So the stocks aren't backing into resistances yet. So just keep an eye out for second breaks. Since 23,000 level Nasdaq futures is like a psychological level too. How crazy would it be if it just undid all of this awesome stuff that we had today? All right, let me take the chart to like a easier to read level. Rocket scooter gonna ride the wave. Brown, 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 brown. You don't like the red color drawing? Yeah, that's probably what did it. 80% of days close above blue. Back test, right? 80% of days should typically stay above blue. And again, this could be one of the days where it just doesn't work out, right? As fun as this was, we got the liquidity pocket bounce. The market's been fighting. We're back to start. Hold on. Well, that's kind of meh. All right, let me take profit and wait for this. I closed out. Close out my funded futures. Close out. Okay, it's $2,000 bucks. 1,700 on that account. This account's still upside down a little bit. I am well within my range of just taking profit before it comes all the way back down to there now. So this has kind of got me worried. I closed out of everything. The haul for the day, the account on the stream, the person that was like, the account I watch on the stream, I couldn't, I was down. I didn't get the same results. So the one on the stream is this one right here. My funded futures up 1,800 bucks. My 3 funded next, they're all up. And again, those I just basically started longing right here at the bottom. Moved my way up. Half of my Tradeifys are upside down. I've worked most of them back. So just basically trading off of here. I loaded up right there and pretty much got that trade on all of them. I'm fully flat now with the account on the screen down 700 bucks. Going to try to work on that one to get it back to positive. 20K day incoming. This was a fight. We'll see. Hold on. Hold on, I gotta. Ooh, I'm gonna invite a special guest onto my segment. Let me see. Let me send a message. All right. Cool. Take a guess. Who do you guys think it's going to be? Is it Victor? It's Victor. All right. So basically when we lost MHP a second time, I trimmed out. That way I can get the same trade in a little bit at the bullseye bottom. Tap one more time. Tap it one more time. All right, let me get back in. Let me get back in. Back here. Cash. It is Kesha. It is Pickle. It's my girl. Is it Diddy? Made him. You guys are all so funny, man. What led me to take it here? Tori's trend lines. No, but jokes aside, I'm going to average in one contract here and then the next contract down here. Like essentially if I lose, or I'm sorry, here, if it falls, because normally what happens is, you know, the market is supporting liquidity map, liquidity pocket here. You usually, if it's a bull trend, you usually don't make it here. If I hit here again, I'm going to close out. It's rare to hit it once and then hit it again and then bounce a second time. It's not symmetric like that. So if it gets to here, it's probably bad. So that's why I'm meaning to draw like this. I don't expect it to fully bounce. Each time we hit a pivot, I'm watching more and more and more stocks are on this side of redistribution zone. So the pivot should be stronger each time you tap it. All pivots should be stronger. So the market has less potential to sell off on this tap than it did earlier. Does that make sense, I guess? Which means that it's tighter. Which means if I lose this, I'm not even taking a 40-point stop. If it loses this, I'm going to get out of the way very quick. We shouldn't be going to lower lows with more stocks filling their gap. Does that make sense? Tori's entered the chat. Make sense, you guys? Chris, hopefully it makes sense. So what I'm going to try to do is I want to make sure it bounces with a little bit of buffer here. If it does hit this, then I know that the market's that it's losing the trade. So then I'll know very quickly. More and more stocks have moved to fill the gap. The market shouldn't be finding lower lows. If it does, then it means there's a problem we don't see yet. So I'm trying to buy right on like a little cushion slightly above it. I'm trying to enter a little early. It shouldn't be hitting the pivot and falling lower a second time with more stocks filling their gap than the last time. So the market is sustaining a more bullish structure, meaning that now I got a tight stop. I'm going to stop around the other side of that. Yep. It shouldn't be doing this, meaning that if it does do that, I'm going to get out quick. So right on the edge here, I'll add one more contract to this. And that's it. I think S&P is probably what's took a little bit of a dump. Yeah, a little bit of S&P dump there. I'm sure SPY's all right. Yeah, it should be all right. So if it starts falling here and falling quick, I'm gonna get out of the way very fast, because what happens is if the selling pressure overwhelms a liquidity pocket, the market can dump 100 points in a couple minutes. So let's keep our eyes peeled on this. That fan should be a little stronger here. Just the last little second wave of rotation here. Profit taken on the S&P is what we're seeing. So hopefully that rotates in the NASDAQ. Been watching the sectors here. Tech was down 52%. Now it's only down 22%. Communication was down 80%. It's now down 30%. So more and more of the tech stocks are now rotating into green. This was just profit taking on S&P. So let's roll back in the NASDAQ. So now the sector cycling with the divergence still active. Let's hopefully see some bump in NASDAQ. I am looking at the Mag 7 right here. We do have support. NVIDIA has hedge pressure support. That's good. Apple, hedge pressure support. That's good. So let's see if we get a second wave here on the stocks. Amazon, bull zone support. That's good. None of the big tech looks bad, so we should be all right. Microsoft, the only one that has monthly hedge breaks. So Microsoft's kind of like booty today. And okay, Meta too. Microsoft and Meta. Ugh. Tesla's okay. Not the best, but it's not bad. Tesla's not bad. Google, monthly hedge break to the upside. That's good. Google's in a gamma squeeze, and yeah, Google's looking good. Let's roll it, baby. Like I said, Res is getting better. We shouldn't be finding lower lows, and Tori's trend line is working. If she only put her trend lines with resilience, she would know the real power of positive thinking. I'm going to invite a special guest to my show here. Texting a buddy of mine. It's a streamer. Big name streamer. Who do you think it is? Maybe not a guest on my show today, but maybe tomorrow. Rocket scooter gonna ride the wave. Could a bitch to reset? The market divergence is just alerting you to sector cycling. And anytime that market divergence, index divergent light is turned on, I always go to the SPY sectors to see what's going on. I go, aha, We're rotating out of, so the big three components of NASDAQ are XLC, Communication Services, XLV, Healthcare, and Technology, XLK. These are the big three components of NASDAQ. And when I see NASDAQ down, then S&P up, and I see index divergence, I go, aha, okay, so let me double check what the tech is doing. And I go look at all the stocks like I did. What we initially saw was people were selling out of tech and rotating in the S&P. And now at the top, S&P is being sold. Maybe people will rotate in the tech. We are seeing a quick little bump right here in NASDAQ monthly hedge pressure after all. So I am taking a stab that the market doesn't get worse. This was just a little bit of profit taking on S&P, which we saw right here at the top. Now the question is, are people selling everything from here now? Or are we going to get some rotation back in the tech? So my eyes are glued to NASDAQ. I hopefully want to see this resilience number in NASDAQ go positive. Right now, it got slightly better midday, but it's not super good yet, right? The fingers are crossed on that one. SPX at gap fill and rejected. Does that go with what you're saying? It doesn't. It's more random than does it actually matter. The gap fill is a pivot, but it's not predictable which way it does pivot. You take a guess. There's obviously always some technical selling at a gap fill. That is quite common. SPX, whatever, filled its gap. But I don't ever like attribute that to being, is this bearish bullish signal? I still like to err to the bull side with the market being nice and bullish like it is. Looks like I'm back in on that trade, making money a second time. I exited like right here. It dipped. I got right back in, so that's good. My cost base is slightly better. 73, which is here. That's good. God, I was so excited to get right back above blue, though. Oh, and guys, it's almost time to get ready for my funded TV. Yeah, so you asked about that prop firm, Funder Pro, or whatever. It doesn't look like it's futures. So yeah, if you're not in the US, you can trade it. But it looks like it's a Forex CFD firm. And so I have no comment on that because we can't trade that anyways. Dude, if this is another day like yesterday, buy the dip, rally back to top, I'm gonna be so excited, dude. This has been, hopefully, I don't know, I don't really like it as much, but hopefully, like, my fingers are crossed. Yesterday, buy the dip, ride it up. Today, buy the dip, maybe ride it up, so we'll see. S&P starting to get a little bit of down pressure. I'm watching them side by side, but NASDAQ got a little bit more heat than the S&P did. Roll it, baby. All right. We'll be heading over to My Funded TV today. In about 8 minutes, we'll be over there. Here's the link if you guys want to start going in there and hyping Tom up and saying hi. Throw some rockets in chat. Tell Tom you love him. Obviously, show some respect to My Funded. The link is in chat. Go hype up the channel. Get the views up like you've been doing. Really appreciate you guys supporting me over there. It makes me really happy. My stream is like frozen, it looks like. Well, in that case, let's roll the credits. We'll be over there. YouTube did crash. And thank you guys for tuning in. All the giveaways we did today, been such a fun day. Am I up or down today? I'm up like 10K or something. I was down pretty heavy at the start, but I made it all back. Everybody go to this link. We'll see you there. Oops, wait, no, not that link. Hold on. That's the YouTube link. Not that link. That's to this link. We'll see you guys all over there. Type rockets in chat. Say hi to Tom. Show some love to Tom. His show is awesome. And we'll see you guys again. We'll be back at 12:30.
Jonathan, hello.
On this channel. Boot camp today. Yeah. My entry for the pivot was incredible. Moreau, oh, thank you. I just use resilience as a judgment call that we shouldn't be finding lower lows. More stocks have moved to the upside, so the rotation is actually favoring the bull side.